today as we play a new one-shot game we've never played before. Pretty excited. Called Star Ascension, which is a cool little sci-fi game, skirmish game as well. And I've got a wonderful cast to join me to play it today. How are you guys doing? What's up, Mr. Picard? I'm tired for you. Me too. Rowan will explain a little bit more about what's going on in a moment here. Oh, nice. Glad to hear it, Cracky. Let's meet the cast for today. Let's start off below me. So, Arch, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How about you?
Well, it's been going. It's been going for a very long time, and now it's happening again.
It's almost like we've been here so many hours ago.
Indeed, it seems like only yesterday. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. So how are you feeling? And then explain who you're playing.
I am feeling okay.
Good.
I am going to be playing Kenny the Spaceman.
Nice.
He is your average astronaut. He adventures around in his astronaut outfit. Very important. And he may occasionally forget to pull the visor up when he needs to speak, but...
Got it. Nice. Let's go down below me to XP. How's it going, man?
Good, yourself? Well, probably not as tired as you are.
No, probably not, no. So who are you going to be playing today?
I'm going to be playing Blake, the combat medic.
Blake, the combat medic.
It's probably going to be very quiet, very moody, very angry sort of combat medic who's generally pissed off at having to save everyone.
The edgy medic. We got it. Nice. Alright, cool.
Well, probably a secret side slash of narcotics.
Of course. only naturally. Flaming Killer, how's it going, man?
It's going very well, thank you. How are you feeling after the 24-hour stream?
Oh, a little bit drained, but caffeine is a thing these days, so...
Caffeine is always a thing. Well, today I am playing Varric, the 351st incarnation of this character. We first met him yesterday in the very first game session. So he's still in the military and he still has the exact same voice. So I'll be speaking like this for a lot of the time today.
Yes, indeed, Varric, and had a little... He was a gnome before, right? But now...
A halfling, in fact.
A halfling, yes, indeed. And now in the future, he's been cloned at least 351 times to be an effective marine, I guess. And with Good Guy Pie, how's it going, Good Guy?
Insert generic questions. I'm good.
Good.
Yes.
So, who are you going to be playing today?
I will be playing Keanu Reeves. I am a master of technology, and I love my anime girls.
So we've got Kenny, Keanu, Blake, and Varric today as our players. What's up, Psychedelic? So if you guys are interested in what we're playing today, then this is the link. Hopefully that works a bit better than it was before. There we go. You can find all the links to Star Ascension on radiantgamingsystems.com/Star Ascension. They've got a Facebook page, they've got a miniature catalogue. You can see the miniatures. I'll go on screen here, I'll show you some other images as well in a little bit. But yeah, they've got a full miniature range, which is super cool. So you can pick up models to play this game with specifically, or as we're going to be doing on Roll20 today, we're going to be using free tokens we found on the Roll20 marketplace to use for that. So yeah, we'll dive into kind of what we're doing today, explain a few of the rules and stuff like that, but we won't bog you down with reading whole players' handbooks and stuff like that. We're gonna give you the basics and go from there, really. So today we're playing Asteroid Blues, which is the kind of one-shot adventure which we'll be going through today. The basic rule system for the game is really nice and easy, which is something I love about the game. It's just a D6 system. So you've got attribute numbers and skills followed by a die code. So when using that attribute or skill, that's how many dice you roll. So if you have 2D, then you roll 2 6-sided dice. If you have 1D, then you roll 1. Then you have a +1 after it. All you do is you roll 1d6 and add 1 to the total. So it's really simple. And you can get more complex with things the more rules you add in, obviously. But that's the kind of basic premise for the game. Combat is done with like a soaking kind of like mechanic where if you roll higher than their DC, then you hit, and then you roll a damage roll, and then you take armor away from that, and if the armor is penetrated, then the leftover damage is taken as like real damage to your physique. So that's how that does. Of course, when we get into combat and stuff like that, we'll explain slower and in more depth. What's up, Touchpad? How's it going? Sounds like a space noir. Yeah, nice and simple, but as complex as you want it to be, really. So the game today is set on an asteroid mine. Now, the majority of the asteroid mining post is within this asteroid itself. A prefabricated habitation unit was installed on the surface of the asteroid, though the mining party spends most of its time inside the hollowed out chambers. Comm, sensor, rockbuster, and solar panel arrays have been installed on the asteroid surface, linking the miners to the outside world. Ships, such as the one operated by Floyd Singh, land on the surface, and goods are moved through the airlock into the asteroid. Now, Floyd Singh is a local trader and merchant who will come by regularly, and yeah, sounds a bit like Stars About Numbers. Yeah, it's a similar vibe, less kind of sandboxy, more kind of slightly more skirmishy, I guess, because Stars About Number has that kind of mechanic of like the factions and the faction term. So Floyd will come by every now and again and sell the miners stuff. You've got high-powered dumb lasers called rockbusters who target the occasional space debris on collision course of the mining site, protecting you guys and the surface assets from impact damage. Floyd Singh will come by, making regular trips, buying various mineral resources from you guys. We do have a map for this, and let me show you guys this here. So we do have a map here, which is the map of our kind of mining colony. You can see I've got an entrance unit, you've got shafts down into the mines, and other bits around as well. You've got like a medical bay, you've got a machine shop and lab, a power generator room, an infirmary, and a place where you just store all of your equipment. Today, you guys work as kind of part miners, part security on the asteroid mine. So you have whatever starting equipment your characters will have. So you've left your previous employment to make an attempt at asteroid mining because there's money in it. You've recently uncovered a vein of very precious metals, gold, platinum, and you guys have instantly become pretty wealthy. And you've contacted your broker, the merchant called Floyd Singh, to basically try and trade with him and sell off your goods. So today is the day where you've set up a meeting with Floyd Singh to get a transmission to him, to tell him about what you found, basically. So as we begin today's session, we're going to start with you guys coming up out of Shaft 1 into the... we're going to put the command room. I'm going to put a command room. This one here will have as command. I'll put some text on the screen. So we say this is your comms room, where you guys kind of interact and have a bunch of different equipment to here we go, comms room, to speak with people. So each of you guys are going to kind of trail in the morning one by one, so we'll get a good look at your characters. So let's start with Kenny. So Kenny, what do you look like?
Kenny looks like a pretty tough, bulky guy. Fairly light complexion, jet black hair, just kind of slicked back, and he's got his standard spacesuit on. Definitely has the visor up though, since we're indoors.
Yes.
And he's got that one kind of that typical scar under the eye. You don't know how he got it, but he looks really cool.
Nice. So Kenny, you walk into the comms room, and this time of day there's only a few kind of workers around on the computers around here with kind of headsets on, doing some kind of general communications with the miners. There's computers around here. Obviously we are set in a sci-fi world for those of you who haven't kind of gone that one. But yeah, so looking pretty good. Let's see. Blake, we'll have you step in next. So the edgy combat medic.
Yeah, so Blake's definitely sort of an older member of the group, maybe in his early 50s. So he's got grey hair, but you can't really see it too much because it's shaved quite thick. thin. His whole face and body's like scarred with like pock marks of bits of shrapnel and various other injuries. And he generally smokes quite a lot, despite the fact obviously he might be in an oxygen-rich environment. He doesn't really care.
Yeah. So you what do you smoke? Just cigs or cigars
Yeah,
or
he probably smokes a cigar of some description that's always like burnt down quite low.
yeah, chews on it.
It stinks the place out, but he doesn't care, and he generally has that attitude of everything. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, the one of the ladies who's on the like the telecommunications line, she's typing away and then she like turns to you. She's like, excuse me, sir. You know you're not allowed to smoke in here. She like points to like the hazard sign.
I just look at it. They just ignore her.
Are you going to put that out?
I'll blow a smoke ring towards her.
She just like turns back in frustration as Varric enters the room. So Varric, what do you look like?
Varric is quite short actually, but he's wearing his standard old soldier's armor. It's very battle worn. It's got a lot. It's been quite heavily repaired, placed some of the armor plates, and it's generally like laser blasts, burn marks type on it. He's got quite short brown hair, not much different from the original Varric, although these clones now only have very short lives due to the extensive cloning procedures that he's had to undergo.
Nice. Cool. And then finally, Keanu walks into the room.
As he sort of walks in, he wears these brown shorts that go up to his knee. He wears a t-shirt that's got like his favorite waifu on it, and he's just got a bunch of like anime. He's got like a big backpack with all his technology in it, like with like just random anime charms on. And he's got like black hair, but his face is just the blankest looking thing. It's like this a clean slate of just generic.
Nice, very nice. And thank you to Tahitil2 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. So, as you guys all come into this this comms room here, before we dive into things, I remind you guys, if you are new to Encounter Roleplay, you can hit the follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers today, you guys will decide what happens next in our game. What's up, Casting Demon? How's it going, man? No worries there, too. It's all good. So yeah, you can follow for that. Also, we hit 20 retweets on this tweet here. You can find it there. We'll have another viewer decision where you guys get to throw something into our story to keep it interactive. You can, of course, donate to affect the game, giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and the like. No camera for Keanu. We had to a couple of players drop out due to emergency, so I had to quickly recruit, and good guy was around, so thank you. What else? We're giving away a copy of the player's handbook, as well as some Ed Greenwood novels. You can find the links below. Other than that, though, you guys are standing in this this comms room when the same kind of stressed out looking young lady who works in on the comms room on one of the computers turns and says, kind of takes off her headset for a second. So, are you speaking to Singh today? Her name is Cassandra. She's been on your ass like all week to get on a call with Singh to sell your kind of your precious materials. She's the one that set up the call, and she's kind of been, passive aggressive about making a sale really quickly, whereas you guys are kind of fine with just, rocking up whenever. So, are you ready?
Kenny just kind of looks and be like, yeah, I guess, whatever.
We're as ready as we'll ever be.
You really need to get a new voice box installed.
What do you mean? This is the voice I've always had. The voice of all 350 Varrics before me.
Well, can't you tell them for the next Varric to get a better one? When they send another Varric here next time, I'd really rather he didn't. Your voice on the comms just sounds ridiculous.
I kind of like it, though. It sounds kind of like when you get that helium and you just go, and then you start talking. It's real funny, like. It's entertaining.
If you give me helium, I think mine might go even higher. But that's not something we should try.
Oh my god,
doesn't-
somebody get helium right now.
helium
No
doesn't work well
helium.
with my body.
Please,
Tend
just
to blow up.
try and focus on making a sale, okay? Speak to Singh, try and barter with him, tell him how precious our metals and materials are, and convince him.
So we have to talk to people, is what you are saying.
Well, yes, only one person. Keanu, we've spoken
Okay.
about this.
Oh dear.
Fine, well, she kind of looks at her computer. Okay, he's coming through now, and she kind of turns to you guys for a second. She says, "Remember, don't mess this up." Imagine like a, "Okay, Cassandra." She presses the button, and on the kind of main monitor, there is a, the visage of Floyd Singh appears. He's in his own, like, ship at the moment, his own kind of merchant vessel, and there are people kind of going to and fro behind him, but he's sitting at his, like, swivel chair. He is a man in his 30s, kind of middle 30s, getting to late, and he has a great big bushy beard, and some very nicely drawn, penciled on eyebrows. They're almost definitely not real. Floyd Singh wears a heavy amount of makeup for a kind of merchant trader. He wears very kind of glamorous gowns and silks, kind of likes to show off his wealth, and he's generally a little bit of a kind of ridiculous persona, but he's kind of made his name on being quite flamboyant. What's up, Benito? Online again, man, already. So he says, "Hello, you called. What can I help you with?" Just blank stares. Cassandra's like, "Someone speak to
There's
him."
only one person going to talk to him.
No.
I've already said that my character sits there just grumpy the whole time, so I assume that one of you guys is talking to him.
What materials do we have to sell?
Yeah,
What
you've got.
materials have we been mining?
Yeah, you've been mining gold and platinum, and any other precious materials that you can come up with.
So I'm going to jump up, try and peer at the screen because I'm very, very short. I'm only 3'3", remember, being Varric, so it's going to be very hard, but I'm going to look up and I'm going to be like,
We have some of the finest platinum and gold.
Right, so I'm gonna walk up and push him out of the way, and then I'm gonna say to the girl, "I'm gonna move your ass, sweetie. I need to sit down."
Wait, say that again, David?
I'm gonna say to the girl at the communications console, "Move
Yeah.
your ass, sweetie. I need to sit down."
She stands up, gets out of your way.
And I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna turn to the trader and go, "Look, you're busy. We're busy. I've just sent you a list of what we've got. Give me your best price. If it's good, we'll take it. If it's not, we'll go elsewhere."
I'm afraid that is not how I work. What is your name?
You don't need to know my name. You just need to know the goods that I've got.
I always need to know who I am dealing with.
I'll yawn. I'm John.
John. Okay. So tell me, John, what do you do?
I kill people.
You kill people.
I'm a medic.
You're a medic. I see. You have a disdain for your work, I see. Looking to make some fast money.
No, I'm just a better miner than a medic. But there's no one else here to be a medic. So I do a bit of mining and a bit of medicing at the same time. So
I
I'm good
see.
at drilling into the chest cavity, just not particularly good at the bit that's required to keep them alive.
I see.
As a good miner, I've managed to mine all this really good stuff that you want, we don't want, we want money, you want our stuff. Can we just cut to the chase?
Cut to the chase. Yes. Very well. Well, you have gold, platinum. I am interested.
I told you that already.
How much are we talking about here? You've hit like a rich mine, so you've got a lot. You're looking to get as much like off your hands as possible, really.
How much do we actually have that's processed though? Rather than telling them about how much is actually in the vein.
Yeah, okay, so we'll say that at this point you've processed like I mean, I don't have like a figure, just like a relatively like small amount, but it's adding up quicker and quicker each day.
So double what we tell them. So double whatever we've got, so that we'll have by the time he maybe arrives.
Right, yeah.
And I'll say this is what we've got so far. We think there might be more. We're not 100% sure, but if there is, then obviously we'll if the initial deal goes well, there may well be more that we can deal with you for the future. I.e., I don't want to let on the fact that the place might be rich and stuff, because I don't want him to come and attack us and try and steal what we've got. So if he thinks maybe that actually
Yeah.
a smaller amount than we actually have, then he's less likely to decide to.
Yeah, because your outpost isn't really like properly defended, because like it was kind of considered a pretty minor outpost, and then you hit rich, so you've got way too much stuff on you and not really the kind of men to defend it that you really should have for the amount of money which is worth. But Floyd says, very well. At this point, Cassandra's looking at her monitor, and there's like this infrared kind of flashing on her screen, and she says, "Wait, no, something." And she starts kind of like doing the intense technician, incredibly fast typing.
She's countering a hack.
Yes. Yes. Uploading complete. And she says, there is a change of course of several vessels in the system. There's indication of a burn of thrusters coming close towards us. They've changed course. And she starts kind of like going onto her like other monitor, looking around, and she says, they've hacked our communications. And
So just sort of press whatever button it is to mute the conversation to Floyd.
yeah.
So turn to her. So are these ships coming from Floyd's location, or are these other?
It doesn't seem that way, no. You kind of look on her like Space Star, Space Radar, and you can see that Floyd Singh's ships is actually very close to your asteroid, kind of just outside, and there's a small flotilla coming towards your kind of system, and they've kind of changed course to intercept.
I will make Kiana is like, I know how to counter hack things and counter hack things, just like they do in my shows.
She says, it's too late, they're already on course.
No.
Identification of the vessel says they belong to a minor pirate clan under someone called Kelan York. The current course...
Pirate clan? We must mount the defenses.
Yes, they're going to be here in
Everyone,
about 6 hours' time.
that is
Do
plenty
we
of
have
time
do
to
we have a
prepare.
ship on the base itself?
You don't know.
And how
What-
close is Floyd's ship?
What defenses do we have?
So, okay, so first question for where we're seeing. His ship is kind of like halfway between you, so he could probably like get to you in time, but he'd have to stay by the time they'd kind of intercept. Wouldn't be time to like escape. Or he could just get the hell out of Dodge. Most likely, knowing merchants, he probably just wants to go. However, you do know that Floyd Singh has a lot of weapons and armaments, which you don't have on the.
Right, so
We need
Go
his
back on-
weapons.
go back on the comm to Floyd then. So it appears that due to the incompetence of our communications officer, the private communication between ourselves and you has been intercepted, and we seem to have picked up a little bit of heat. So here's the new deal. We'll give you half of the quantity of what we just discussed for free, provided you help us secure the base from the incoming pirates.
He says, for free, you say?
Well, provided we all live through it, yes, obviously that's the incentive.
If we don't live, we can't give you anything.
You make a point, I suppose. He looks on his own like radar, and he says, there are several vessels coming along. Let me see here. They have interesting. 5 vessels. One of you, in fact, Keanu, you said you're pretty good at counter hacking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can kind of see on her monitor, like, you know a way how to basically identify the vessels and like their like gunship classifications and how many armaments they'd have and stuff like that. You can make me a sensors check to determine that information. So let me go to my thing here. So what you can do is you see your sensors score.
I don't think I have sense. I've got search, comm systems, computers, mechanics,
Okay.
power systems, security systems.
All right. We'll give go on computers. We'll say for this one.
Yeah.
Seeing as
Okay, so
this-
I've got 3D in that.
Okay, so you roll 3D, and let me know what you get. Nice and simple. A pretty minor. So only the pretty minors get to stay. So a 6. Let me find this. We'll say that the 6 actually isn't that great, really. You're fairly low on those, but you do manage to get some classifications from them. You can see that there are 4 gunships, kind of size signals, and one which seems to be a corvette. The comm traffic would indicate that they know of your precious metal yield, and that they probably have no intention of taking prisoners. You don't know how many troops are on board, but you do know that there is a Mersad class, and the corvette is likely a Tyrannus class. Other experts on like ship classes, if you guys think you might know something about that, then you could make me a knowledge check to know what typically a Mersad class could carry and what a Tyrannus class could potentially carry as well in terms of troops and equipment.
Kenny is a spaceman, not a shipman. He knows nothing.
Spaceman.
Varric is a soldier, so he may have spent some time traveling.
Sure, that makes sense.
With the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll because as a combat medic, you would normally know how many people were on
Yeah, I need to be on
ship
board and stuff. Yeah.
to heal them, etc. So I'll roll the crit die first, and then I'll roll the extra 2. So I've got 3d6. So I'll roll 1 for the crit die, which is a 2.
Do we roll crit die for these as well?
Yeah, for any skill check. Yeah. So
Yeah.
total of 12.
12. So nice.
So my total would have been 8 then.
Sure, you can always just take the first dice if you want to roll them all together as well. That could work.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say,
had
having the first.
That's true. Yeah, because it
I
changes
had
like,
2D.
down. Yeah.
I had 2D in the skill, the knowledge. So
Oh, okay, cool, nice. Never mind, we're learning as we go. So yes, so I tell you what, that Blake knows that on a Mersad usually has a small armament and would carry several men. It's got a laser battery, 2 secondary turrets, only needs a single pilot, including gunners for the turrets. It can carry 8 men in addition to the pilot. Whereas a Tyrannus class has several laser batteries. It was a common class during the war. It was designed to be a fast, being lightly armed for a vessel of its size. It's got 9 laser batteries, runs with a crew of 5, and can house 20 men in addition to the crew. So it can dock with several gunships, such as the Mersads. So that's.
How many people are on the base apart from the 4 of us?
Let me go and have a look here. So, on the base itself, as far as miners go, you've got 12 miners who are like active able men. You've got like the 5 comms specialists. You are the medical expert on the ship. And there is a guy who keeps it, like the quartermaster, basically, who keeps all the equipment. So you've got like 17 people, the perfect amount, plus yourselves. So around 20 men.
And do we have guns for the miners?
You don't. You've got some like standard issue like stun guns for the miners that really won't do much against like an armored target. Singh is the only man who has like heavy armaments and like proper weapons.
So
would I have had anything being a soldier? What weaponry would I have had on this base, or would I just be working as a miner and not have bought my armor.
You have your own weapons, but you won't have. But
Yeah, you got your own stuff.
Yeah.
So whatever like starting equipment you can have that. And if you have like a spare pistol, you could always hand that to a miner. You know.
So, Singh, how many people does he have?
You could ask him. I mean, you don't know. Yeah. So Singh's back on the comms. He says, it seems like I will have to take you up on your offer there, friends.
So, how many people? Singh, how many mercenaries do you or crew do you have that you can? I mean, is your ship combat capable?
No, it is a trading vessel. I have 3 crewmen and myself and 1 pilot, so there are 5 of us.
And do you have any spare weaponry on board that we can use to arm the miners in our complex?
Of course, for a price.
So if you want to head over as soon as possible.
Already on my way, friend.
I guess we're best taking letting them come to us and just taking a defensive stance. So in the meantime, we'll get the miners to barricade the routes in and create a defensive perimeter.
Excellent idea.
We'll get you in and have to see what they bring at us.
Of course, and John, one last thing. Is that your real name?
Yes, of course.
And he signs
Just
off.
before it shuts off, he's like, Blake Senpai, I need to talk to you.
And thank you to Mr. Treats for following. Welcome to the Avenge, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, Kelan wants to speak with Blake.
Yep.
What do you want to say to him?
He's like, Blake, I know how to initiate lockdowns if we have the tech in this mining area sorted.
Well, yeah, obviously we'll jam all the doors, but we also probably want to get barricades set up.
That makes sense.
Set up defensible locations, hold them in choke points so that their higher numbers won't count as much.
So is the entrance main storage shown on the map the only route into the base?
Let me see. Yeah, the only really way into the base is the entrance and storage. Obviously, like if you had lasers from the ships could potentially like burst through like the walls, but yeah, the main entrance and most defensible point is the entrance and main storage.
So we're better, if you look on the map, if you zoom out on the map,
Yeah.
We're probably better setting up somewhere here. Around at the bottom of this corridor that leads straight up towards that main entrance.
Sure.
So we build a barricade here, sort of in this bit here. We can still escape down to this area here, or here, once we shot the guys.
They're giving up a lot of ground.
Yeah, that area to the right is a dead end. I think if we actually set up just here, that gives us, we can kind of hold them in that main entrance area, and then we can fall back, use the tunnels around, and we also have shaft 2 so that we can send people down and possibly get flanking if we bring them up through shaft 1.
And you got to make sure that you're careful too, otherwise they'll go through that side door and flank us.
This is the problem. See, we need to jam all the doors, which is hence why I said be down the bottom, because if we jam all the ways off the route, then we've got them stuck in that main corridor.
Can we jam part of the doors?
So that you could weld the doors. There is welding equipment on the ship. You're miners, obviously, so you've got like equipment around. So if you wanted to weld the door shut, that would take some time, but you could definitely get men on doing it or do it yourselves. But obviously, once you weld it, there's no going back in it.
I could initiate lockdown so that all the doors are locked, so it would take longer for them to get through.
Yeah, I mean, a lockdown is just a button, really, like to lock all the
If
doors.
they've got
A lockdown
already, they could possibly hack through the doors. Whereas if we weld the doors, there's a physical.
Yeah, I think if we weld this door.
Do the miners have like mining charges?
Sure.
So why don't we weld all the doors off the main corridor apart from the bottom right, rig up a load of booby traps throughout that corridor and barricades, so literally just fill the corridor with crap and put traps below it. We can then shoot from the bottom up as they come through.
I like
booby traps as they reach it.
I can booby trap. I mean boogie trap.
I like the idea of setting up traps along the main corridor. I still think if we like set up multiple barricades, then we'll have positions we can fall back to. So we're not just like one last stand. And if we definitely weld that door opposite the door to sharp one, that's the key one that I think we want to.
No, we need to. The problem is if you don't weld all the doors, as soon as they come through, they can go off into the complex themselves and get behind us. Although we're trapping ourselves, we're also stopping them getting behind us. Because we either pull, the shaft's not going to lead anywhere, so we either pull back as we attack them and survive, or die, or there's no other way option as such. It's either do or die effectively. So leaving the doors open just means that there's lots of other ways people can get around.
Well, no. I was still thinking if we initiate the normal lockdown. So
the lockdown's not going to do us any good.
It's going to delay them at least somewhat. Like we can't go and weld
why do the lockdown when we've got 16 miners, which is enough miners to get all the doors welded?
Why weld all the doors?
Because we don't want them going down the doors.
No, yes, but if we weld all the doors, then that leaves us no possible escape route.
I'll just go and get the boom booms and set up the traps then, as Keanu just begins to make his way to the mechanic shop.
Alright, okay.
We need to leave a route for us to be able to work our way out. Like if we just set up back here with all the doors welded, we're just going to be slowly picked off and killed through.
No, as I said, we would then pull back to the right through the door at the right, and then that would give us a second line of fire down into them, and then we would pull back to living, and then we would shoot down the way into a second line of fire. Then we would pull back to comms. Yeah,
but you're saying welding all the doors. Those doors are going to be
all the doors off the main corridor, the corridor down from the entrance.
So we're talking about the same thing then.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors.
Yeah. So we were talking about the same thing, welding those doors off. I think we may.
Get miners working on welding the doors that I am highlighting.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, get some of the other miners to start dragging just crap that we could use to
create like barricades.
Disguise the actual fact that the barricades are booby trapped.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I'll do.
I think the other thing we'll want to do is weld this front door on comms.
Yeah, any door that we don't need to use ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, so this door is welded. You want this door welded as well? There?
No, not that one.
No, not that one.
We need to get clips in.
Okay, so pick the ones you want.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
This
And
one.
the one diagonally opposite it, yeah. The one diagonally opposite that one.
Oh no. Can you say you weld it after I get all the stuff from the machine shop?
Yeah, I mean, there's still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got time.
Anyone else? Any other ones?
That one.
That one? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, then that one there.
Yeah. That one there.
Uh huh.
And
Cute.
the one next to it.
Okay. Done.
And that one there into comms there.
Cool.
Just weld all the doors.
All of them. I'll have all of them. I'll twist them around in a second.
Mine time as well, so
Well, we have 16 miners.
yeah, but we won't have 16 sets of welding gear.
Yeah, that's true.
How many sets of welding gear do we have?
2.
We have 2. Okay.
So do them in the order anyway, working from the entrance down towards the area.
Okay, you got
So
6 hours
the
to
rest-
do it.
The rest of the miners we want to be dragging. So if you want to put say 5 horizontal barricades throughout the main corridor with a gap of about 2 squares between them.
Okay. See if we can do this. Find a barricade. One isn't fancy. Okay. let's just say they are. We'll just put them as this, right? Okay, so so where?
Yeah, about there. That's
Yeah.
the first one. That's fine.
Go on in there. Okay.
And then say maybe 2 or 3 squares. Yeah, sort of 2 or 3 squares in between them.
Uh huh.
And then we'll rig each one.
Yeah, rig each one.
Okay.
So we'll start probably at not the first one, but the one below that, and then we'll pull back behind and blow the one two ahead of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ideally, if the charges can be remote detonated, that would be better. But I don't know what.
I'm not sure what charges we have.
It would
Yeah.
probably be fuse if we're talking about mining charges.
Yeah. So we'll say they're like dynamite essentially. So you got to kind
So,
of.
yeah. So I mean, either we shoot them or we sort of hit the fuse and then run back, whatever.
Yeah, so I think like the last man to leave the barricade would be one of us setting the fuse off as we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you use another 2 barricades, well.
Sure. And thank you to Senses for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So I'll put another one here, another one here.
So as the barricades are being built in Keanu, you just see sort of Keanu walking to them, just digging a hole and just shoving like this dynamite looking charge into it, and just like.
Okay.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, right. So yeah, you also you kind of get over your comms. Cassandra says the rockbusters used to destroy the floating rocks coming towards us. They could be modified to be anti-ships if someone could get out there, and you'd have to put on a vacuum suit and cannibalize some parts from the sensor array, but you could do it.
Hold on, I've almost got this. Hold on, it's almost in. There we go. So, what did you want?
The role is going to be. In fact, you can go out there.
Why don't two of you go out and do that?
Yeah. So Varric will go out and help to convert them into the anti-ships.
Nice. And thank you to Omri La for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Sisensa is one of the illustrators. That's awesome. So Ascension is the game system which we're playing today. Psychedelic. You can find it. Yeah. So if you want to go out and do that, to cannibalizing the parts, it's going to take you at least an hour, and then modifying is going to be 2 hours each, and then 3 of them.
What is the role we would say for it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Skill DN. Where's DN? Let's have a look. DN? Oh, maybe it's a shortening for something. I'm looking at like quick start things. I'd say
The N is difficulty number.
difficult. Oh, okay.
It's just against.
We'll say gunnery. For like the knowledge of the kind of big ship guns that you're going to be kind of converting.
I've got mechanics.
Yeah, we'll say mechanics as well. I use mechanics.
I don't have mechanics, so could I use instead?
You just have to. I think that would just be a straight cunning roll.
Would it just be straight cunning?
Yeah, and it would be harder. I think
Yeah.
is what the rules say.
Yep. The different numbers are cool.
So the first of this is going to be the crit die, and then it's 2d6.
7.
Oh man.
So you guys got
That critical hit. on the die.
that hit. Damn. So yeah, you guys cannibalize the parts from the sensor arrays. So you kind of just blow it, get rid of your sensor array, and just take parts from it. And then you see the kind of rockbusters there, and you're going to take the parts from this and kind of like stick them on basically to make them 10 times more powerful, which requires another skill check to see how effective that will be.
Okay.
What's up, Lord K. Fiona? Good to see you.
What's the ETA on these guys arriving?
6 hours. You've spent, we'll say, at least 30 minutes planning, and then setting up the barricades, organizing people to do it. That took you maybe an hour and a half total, so you're looking at 2 hours at this point. These guys have gone out. It's going to take them the better part of the rest of the time to do this. Both successes there, 14 and 13, so you modify the rockbusters, so you two have like used your time, essentially. Maybe you've got like half an hour left to do one other thing if you want to.
So while
This is just like one of my shows.
So while they're outside doing that, Will, I'm going to raid the infirmary to see if I can make some form of gas device that I can put in here.
Okay. Sure. What was your question, Matt?
I was just going to ask, are these automated type turrets, or are they manually?
They're going to be manual, so someone will need to fire them.
Okay. And there's 2 of them, is there?
Yeah, and it requires someone. It's a gunnery skill, or you could just use your strap gunning if you don't have it. So
does anyone actually have gunnery?
I mean, you might not.
I have small arms. That's it.
I have small arms as well. I don't think there, from the skills that we have, I don't think there is a gunnery.
I think it's mostly based on the size of the weaponry we're talking about. So like small arms would be pistols and things like that.
Yeah.
Small arms
They
like rifles and pistols.
they can also be fired from the operations room. So if you're in the comms room, you could like fire them on a computer basically, like a video game.
I think that might be the best way of this if someone in the comms room was firing them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you've modified the rockbusters and you set up. Let's see. Welding hasn't like completed at this point. There are 16 miners and 2 sets of tools. So the others are trying to figure stuff out. Weld doors, go into lockdown. So they're starting to work. But welding a door actually isn't a particularly quick thing to do. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 doors that you want welded in 6 hours. So they're working really hard to get that done. But probably won't all of them be done. What's up, Scary? So
change priority on certain ones.
Yeah, which ones do you want first?
The ones in the main corridor, we think should definitely be welded, and then I think this one here into the comms room, this one here, and then this one up to the infirmary. I think are the main ones we wanted welded, and then the others were like bonus extras if possible.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll do these ones in red that you definitely wanted. Done there. Cool. So, Blake, you were wanting to make some kind of gas kind of weaponry, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have stuff like nerve gas, or like I guess you have like like strong anesthetic kind of gas. Maybe you could use. Like it's medical, but it's actually really dangerous if you
so what I'll actually do then is let's build that into the first barricade that we're going to blow up.
Okay.
Make them go night-night.
So as well as actually kind of exploding and killing anyone in the immediate vicinity, that the gas might then hit the next wave of people.
Right, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see what role that should be. Let's look at our skills. I guess what you're doing... I mean, how are you building it into it? I'm kind of interested to know what the kind of device is to kind of trigger it. Or is it just a pack?
I guess maybe let's use it as something which can inhibit them a little bit as they come through, so it makes them maybe drowsy for the first part of the combat, because obviously it's going to disperse in a wider area. So maybe something that we can rig that we can just turn on when we realise they're coming in as we pull back from the first barricade.
Yeah, okay.
Or because we are rigging them all with explosives, what if we had a couple which at this first barricade here that we could remotely turn on, but there were a couple that were turned off that were more explosive. So when we
actually let's not put the gas in the main corridor. Let's put the gas down here. So rig it up down bottom, right at the bottom.
Done right. Okay.
So if we get as far as there as we're pulling back into the living quarters, we would shut the door here to the living quarters, just shut it normally while we trigger the gas, and then that would fill up that small void.
Right, okay, so I'll put this...
So that would just be in some compressed container.
Yeah, so I guess like a canister?
We'll put the containers behind some panels or something like that. I guess my character has got cunning, I guess, maybe, as just as a stat.
Yeah, let's just do cunning.
I mean, I've got conceal as well, because actually if it's already gas...
I guess, yeah, if you've got it in a canister, let's say, then you're just trying to hide it, basically, aren't you?
Yeah.
So let's do conceal.
So 7.
7. Cool. So yeah, you find a little kind of like nook to like store it away in. And I guess the idea is when they get in, you like open it up, or you maybe like shoot it, and it just like kind of comes
we'll
out.
just open it up as we kind of run past and close the door. So it's kind of like a last resort thing if they get that far down.
Yeah. The gas isn't flammable, as far as you're aware. So it's not gonna kind of just blow up in your face or anything.
That's fine.
Okay, so you spend like a couple of hours figuring that out, putting it into a canister, and then doing that. These two are doing that. What's Kenny up to? You there, Arch?
Hi.
Hey. So what does Kenny get up to?
Kenny would probably be sharpening his knife, assuming that he has it. Beyond that, he's probably just kind of checking on all the miners as they're going about their work. If any of them kind of step out of line or start slacking, he'd kind of use his like intimidating nature and just be like, "Hey, hurry the hell up! Or you're gonna get your ass whooped."
One of them says, "Sir, we sorry, we thought we modified the mining drones to be anti-personnel lasers."
That's good. That doesn't mean you're not gonna be fighting yourself.
So yes, sir. We could do with some help though.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of the way. He kind of shoves the miner out of the way and then stands there going, what am I?
Oh god.
What? What are you doing here?
What is this thing?
What do you need help with?
So he kind of shows you that they you could probably like take the laser from a mining drone and use it as an anti-personnel laser. It's unwieldy, so it wouldn't be like an easy thing to shoot. So there would be like a modifier in doing so. And you know that these things overheat really quickly. But if you wanted like a big gun, then you could man some people with these, just like so over their shoulders kind of thing, and they'd like heat up really quickly, but they would fire like a big charge.
Just modify it to be like a flak cannon or something?
Yeah. Or you can rig a few to fire remotely from the operations center, like at a ship or something. It would do like much less damage than the rock busters, but that's also something you could do if you wanted to use them as that.
I'm more of a close combat kind of person. I don't know if I really want to carry around something that big and unwieldy.
Could we set them? This is just an idea. Could we set them up remotely, but along this main corridor? So like on top of one of like the back barricades, and just like fire it down the main entrance, the main way at the oncoming hostiles.
Yeah, you certainly could. It would probably only be good for like one shot, then it would need to reheat and recharge, and then by that time they'd probably have taken it. But that would be like a way to kill a few people probably.
That's just an idea of what you could do.
Up to you. Really, Kenny, what he wants to do with them, I guess. Or you could go on the comms of the others if you wanted to get their opinions. What are you gonna do, Arch?
I would probably just go to the comms because I'm not the decision-making type.
Sure. So you hear Kenny crack on the comms.
Guys.
Yes, Kenny Senpai.
Yes.
No, you're gonna need to cut that out with the senpai thing. That's a little weird. So we got these big guns over here with these mining drone things, and we could do something with them, but I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. What do you guys want to do with them? What are we doing here?
Use them to kill these bastards.
I will take inspiration from one of my favourite shows known as Code Geass. And I think we should mount them up onto some walls so we can then shoot down at them if there is a large group, because that would be very, very advantageous to us.
Okay, so you want to kind of like Flaming Killer suggested, kind of put them up on a barricade and then fire them out when they come in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's do that then. I think that's a good idea. I hope it is.
That sounds
It,
good.
it would make a big boom. It would be like one of those awesome high-budget animes and not that cheap stuff that's second-rate nowadays.
I don't understand what the hell you're talking about half the time, but I like the big boom part.
Cool.
So I agree. So we'd do that.
Nice. So you do that. So let's find like a cool like drone to put up there. We'll say 3 of them. Let's find a thingy. We'll just use a big gun for it, I think.
The
Okay,
biggest
cool.
of guns.
The biggest of guns.
This one right here. No.
It's huge. We'll say. I'll find a thing for it in a second. So, what you guys probably like have half an hour left, and you kind of go back into the kind of facility. We use like an RPG. You kind of go back into the facility if you've been out. Feel free to place these where you want as well. I was trying to move them. And you see that the miners have been, set up basically, and are ready to go. The barricades are up, but the only doors which have thus far been welded are those ones, and these ones have not been welded. This group here in the center didn't get done in time. So that's where you're standing out, and Singh has arrived at his ship docking, he there we go. He enters in with his fabulous robes into your kind of area, and he says, excellent. It is good to see that we have some preparations here. So, where do you need me? I have some weapons for you as well.
Hello, other person. I am. We need your help and located in places that will be able to ambush them or just corner.
I see.
Birds. Oh God.
You're not a natural speaker, I see. Well,
If your men would mind setting up along with the other miners at the first barricade where we will hold them, and if you will not be involved in the fight, I would recommend sitting in the comms room.
So, Will, how many people can fit behind the barricade?
Yeah.
let's see. If the barricade is like yay long, I guess like 4 people like crowded. So you guys basically. And also you guys know like the miners aren't warriors or soldiers. Like they've never seen active combat, and when people see active combat for the first time, they basically don't fire and they don't shoot the enemy.
Yeah, but they're disposable, whereas we're not.
Yeah, that's very true. So you need to be in like a command position.
I've never been in active combat either.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
But Singh says, I will do my best from the operations center. But I have some equipment. I've got laser pistols, I've got 6 ballistic pistols, 2 laser rifles, 3 assault rifles, 10 reinforced vacuum suits. Disperse them as you wish. They are here. And he kind of hands them to you and says, I will be in the comms room, should you need me.
So, Will, let's put one group of miners in the bottom right-hand room.
Okay, bottom right hand room.
In this room.
Yeah, tell them to basically their job is to wait until we retreat back through the gas room, and literally they've to fire as many shots as possible through that gap. So literally, like a few of them all crowded around that door.
Yeah.
Into anything which comes through the big door before they just close that door and barricade themselves in that room.
Okay.
So they kind of stick in the middle of that, rather than kind of seeping in. So they can then barricade themselves in there and be so one group can be safe in there.
Okay.
I think
Similarly, maybe the rest of them in either the infirmary or the comms room just to back us up if it gets to
I think one group in the
last
infirmary.
fight.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll say you want.
Get them to start while we're doing everything else, get them to start setting up defensive positions in the comms room. So I just take the window and things like that people can fight from behind.
So let's summon the comms room. We'll use these guys as like groups of miners.
Yeah.
There's a couple in here in the back, bottom right
There's
room.
any miners who've got previous combat experience, so
so the most veteran of them
might have some form of previous combat experience.
Okay, yeah.
If assume there's like maybe a group of 2 or something like that, they've got combat experience. We'll have them in the main corridor with us using the weapons that Sting brought.
Okay.
So
So we'll give them weapons.
they'll support us, and then, they can act like red shirts and die.
Sure. So put a couple of guys on the front door.
Yeah. So any crits reroll, they hit them.
Yeah, yeah, right. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They
10,
are the
12.
We'll probably start behind the 3rd barricade,
Okay.
acting kind of like a command structure, and also shooting from range.
Sure.
Blake Senpai, I shall be in the comms room if you need me, keeping track of everything.
You can be working the exterior rockbusters then. Because we set them up to be fired remotely from the comms room.
Okay then.
So I'll give them. I'll tell him which ship I think has got the most people on it,
Yeah.
and to concentrate as much firepower against that ship. Because if you stop that ship landing, then it reduces the number of people we're going to have to fight dramatically.
I think it was the tall bird or something like that.
Yes, but anyway, whichever one had the most people on it.
The one which could carry like 25 people.
The Tyrannus, yeah.
Yeah. The guy, all the rock to be kind of concentrated that one. See if they can stick it out.
Yes, Blake Senpai.
Okay, so drag your tokens onto the map and place yourself where you are going to be during the incursion. We'll put your name plate on as well. So that's Varric.
Kenny would definitely be probably like there-ish.
On this side of the good side of the door, yeah.
Yeah, like he'd be like kind of hiding behind the corner. Like as soon as people start coming out, he'll like jump out with the combat knife and like start stabbing. Stab.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Will, can you drag me on?
Sure. Where are you?
Will's been dragging you around for a long time. Don't worry about it.
There you are. That's Blake. Cool. So each of you are kind of set up and ready to go. You kind of hear from the comms room that it's the ships are getting closer, and that everyone's kind of checking. You look around yourselves. There's people with some form of combat experience, to some of you at least. You can tell that these miners and Sing's men are very nervous, and like the beads of sweat dripping down them. They kind of look shifty-eyed, kind of looking for like reassurance from one another, and from you guys as well, kind of like nervously like checking their weapons to see if it will actually fire, rechecking again, that kind of thing. There isn't a great deal of great like morale in the team. Thank you to Daniel El Nino for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I'll just call you Dan. So yeah, the morale is very weak at best. So what is
So
something you guys say to kind of get some morale maybe?
So can we just flash back a little bit?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So while I was setting up the gas, if I had a little bit of time left, is there anything that I could concoct from a drug point of view that might boost people's combat, not like combat effectiveness, but their adrenaline or something like that? So I could almost give the miners something, saying this will help you if there's any radiation.
You've literally got like
stim.
You've literally got stims of adrenaline you could give to people.
Yes. Just give all, especially the ones I think in the main corridor, give them a.
Yeah, they know they're in the line of fire here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll administer. I'll kind of give them some stuff that I just tell them is to help them out in case they get hit or anything like that. It'll help. It'll help. With any
Injuries.
any injuries or anything like that. It's just preventative, but actually, it's actually designed to hype them up a little bit.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
walk around. You can have the red pill or the blue pill.
Hey, that's
They
my job
value
to
this
do
thing,
that
but-
reference.
So yeah, you kind of stim a few guys up, and it kind of yeah, just before they kind of get in here and start to feel a little bit. More
I'm gonna speak up.
This one time in the military, we were facing a similar dire situation, and we held the line and we shot straight, and that is what got us through.
And I'm gonna try and use like I think it would be command or would it be charm to try and like boost their overall morale.
Command, we'll say. Yeah. Just to get
So you still got the crit dice, isn't it?
slap his butt.
It's just the first dice roll. There's a quick dice roll
Yeah.
together and assume the first one in the ball.
Yeah.
So the first one is the 4.
Yeah.
5 total.
So yeah, you they kind of like, okay, cool. No, super check.
Good story, bro.
Yeah, cool story, bro.
He's gonna be
Right,
like,
so in an attempt to further incentivize them a little bit better than that, I'll turn around to them all and say, look, we'll double your quotas and your shares in the whole.
Whoa! Are we allowed to be making deals like that? We're not gonna get as much money.
Who gave that command?
I did.
Who is in command here? Do we
Do you have a commander?
have a commander?
It might be a good idea to set that up beforehand. In a combat situation, as military men, you probably would want a commander, right? And then a second in command if he
Who's
dies.
got the highest command skill?
Who does? That's a good question.
I don't think it's the soldier. I don't
It's not the engineer. I can put it that way.
I don't think I have a command skill. I have intimidation, so I can bully you all into submission.
I have charm. I can charm you all into being good at stuff.
I'm the only one with command.
All right, well then, I guess you might be the commander.
You're the commander.
Okay.
You're
Varric, the 351st,
Yeah,
the commander.
commander.
I just imagine Keanu's attempt at charming someone would just be the Bishi Sparkles from anime. Just be like,
It is.
Oh man.
You guys can have a commander all you want. My character's not going to listen to a commander anyway, regardless of what the situation we're in.
That's true.
well, then don't be giving away our
If it
money.
makes you guys feel happy, thinking that one of you guys is in command, that's fine.
Dissension among the ranks.
Traitors in our midst.
Mutiny.
The commander I need is Yoko. He is my waifu's.
All right then. So
I just want to survive. That's all Varric cares about. He doesn't care who's in command at this point.
fair enough. So yeah, you okay. So you hear the ships coming in. You hear the kind of the ships coming in over the comms, and you also see that Ender's Gamble's here. Welcome, Ender's Gamble, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And yeah, as they come into like firing range of your rockbusters, Keanu, you see that these kind of 5 ships are coming in, 4 of the corvettes, 1 Tyrannus grade cruiser, kind of flying in towards your asteroid, and they just come in range on your rockbuster targeting systems. So what's the plan for Keanu?
Muted. Oops. So Keanu's going. He's going to see these ships coming, and he's like, "Now, which one did they tell me to aim for?" He says, and like he's forgotten to turn off the comms. It just bursts through everyone's ears.
So literally everyone in the like nervous like corridor here is like, which one was I meant to shoot?
Big one. Shoot the big one.
Okay.
Shoot the biggest one, the Tyrannus.
Shooting Desu cannon. As
Okay.
he just aims him, and presses.
God.
Click.
So, yeah, Radiant said previously that like small gunnery is for like small guns, and then gunnery itself is for like tier grade
Because
like planetary weapons.
so, since I don't bloody
Don't bloody up
since
that,
I've
do
done
you?
this from a computer, can I say computers or?
Sure, I get that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing as you're all doing it on a
So,
Thank you.
yeah, first,
You have a quick Google on your other monitor, like how to fire a rockbuster, and you have the wiki page open, and you're like, okay, stage 2, and alright, so it manages to work off. Thank God for Yahoo Answers.
oh my god.
As
Bing.
yeah, it's fucking Bing.
Yeah,
You ask
Bing,
Jeeves.
oh my god.
You ask Space Jeeves. Jeeves, how do I fire? So yeah, you fire off one of these rockbusters straight towards the Tyrannosgrade cruiser coming towards you. Have a good time, Annie. And you see it's kind of like rock-busting missile just kind of crunch up into the shields of the Tyrannosgrade, and just kind of as its shields just kind of blasted apart by the rockbusters, and you hear over the comms. This is like blasted through your speakers because clearly he's like hacked your systems. And he said, "Hey there, partners."
Oh no, it's one of those Yankees that we Japanese people hate.
Go away.
Wow.
You are not welcome here.
Says, name's Kelan York. Nice to meet you. Well, I'll give you one chance to surrender before it's all over for y'all.
It is never over. My heart shall go on, even in death.
Now let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe we should just surrender and walk out of this.
Because I'm sick of crying, I'm tired of trying. Yeah, I'm smiling, but inside I'm dying.
What's this crazy guy talking about?
He's telling you to go to hell.
Ho,
I
ho,
was
ho.
about to say the same thing.
Well, in that case, I guess I'll be seeing y'all in a little bit. Okay, Len. York
See you in
out.
hell.
And you see the first ships begin to kind of come and land onto the asteroid, whilst the Tyrannosgrade is kind of like pulling out a little bit and kind of getting out of range of your rockbusters, whilst the kind of smaller kind of gunships come onto the asteroids, the ones with the kind of most men on. Of course, these guys probably have no intention of letting you leave at this point. Let me see here. Cool. So, the group of you are just kind of like waiting inside. Keanu's really the only one on the free rockbuster. So you've got two others which don't need to be recharged. You can fire two others off at this point. Where do you want to shoot them at? Are you muted, Keanu?
Oh, there we go. Sorry. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah.
How do you make these damn comms work? Boop, boop.
Oh, there we go. There's the two ships coming forward. How many rockbusters do we have left to
So
shoot?
you got 3 rockbusters and there are 4 gunships coming towards you.
Okay. So
Fine.
I'm going to aim 2 for the one that is like coming the fastest, like
Sure.
in front, and 1 that is behind that one.
Okay. So give me some rolls.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's
Big money, no whammy. Big money, no whammy.
Desu cannons firing.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's good.
That
That's
is
very good.
yeah, pretty good. So you fire off the 2 towards one of the ship's shields immediately goes down and actually crunches into the side, and you see like a kind of tear begin to erupt in the side of the ship, and it immediately like starts to swerve away. It's only a small little vessel after all, so it swerves away, and you see kind of like smoke and fire coming out the back of it, and it's immediately retreating from the kind of asteroids are kind of swerving off. These are pirates after all, every man for himself, and the other one also fires in, just managed to break down the shield, and they follow in retreat, kind of just following the other ship, which is similarly kind of ablaze, beginning to burn away as they're kind of doing hasty repairs. You fired off your rockbusters, they're kind of like recharging at this point. The other 2 gunnery ships land, whilst the Tyrannus cruiser kind of brings up the rear, kind of more slowly coming in after knowing that your kind of rockbusters are recharging, and they are going to roll some dice to try and take out your rockbusters. So one of the kind of laser turrets from the ship just like crashes and burns a line over one of your ruckbusters, taking one of them out and kind of just eviscerating it. But the other two are still active and in service, and begins to kind of land. The other two ships you guys see on like the monitors above around the corridors. You've got kind of them set up to look outside. That the men just immediately begin to fall out of the ships and head towards the kind of the airlock. Let me see here. Yeah, so they just rush out, all with like weapons and like assault rifles and armor on, and immediately they are at the door here. They're knocking on your door to like the kind of airlock area. And I guess you've locked it down. You haven't welded these ones.
No,
So
they were in lockdown.
yeah, so they're just locked basically, which means that they're gonna have to try and kind of hack them through. What are you guys doing at this point, or are you just kind of like standing waiting?
We're just standing waiting.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
standing, waiting, prepared to. open
Whatever
the
comes through that gate, you will stand your ground.
First target that comes through that doorway, Kenny's gonna pounce on and just obliterate.
Nice.
Well, actually, I assume there's cameras in the area so that
Yeah.
we can disposition the people coming in. Are the guys that are coming in wearing like vac suits or something like that, or are they in the airlocked area?
Yeah, they are wearing vac suits, which they kind of like take off like their helmets as they come in and put on their like military helmets. One of them like sets up like a hack kit onto the door, and he's kind of like doing all this stuff to kind of hack through it. Whilst the others are there, kind of like with their guns waiting, and they're in the airlock at this point, so they are safe from like being sucked out into the void.
Can Keanu counter hack the hack?
Possibly he could.
Possibly.
So what it would really achieve is giving you time. So
yeah, so rather than counter hack it, see if you can maintain control of the door, so that when a group of them come through, slam the door back down, so that
Okay.
they may open one of the doors.
Yeah.
And
So do you want me? So like over the comms, I'm assuming you're saying this. It's like, do you want me? So you're basically asking me to open the door for them and then slam it in their face, like in those comedies.
yeah, well, no, don't slam.
No, slam it down.
Open the door for them, because that way it will stop them hacking it. Allow a small number through and then shut the door again. Trapping
Okay.
behind it. That's limiting the we can shoot and go.
Exactly. Yeah.
okay,
Which
yeah.
which was it? Click. Oh, that's the coffee machine. Click. That's the one.
Cool. So yeah, you kind of like open the door and a bunch of them fall through. Roll me computers to try and like re-slam the door to only let a kind of a first wave of them through. 12. Nice.
That's a 6.
Oh, nice crit.
Crit roll.
Crit
Awesome.
roll, nice.
So do your crit Tang. Although I can tell you that you've succeeded already, but you could do like an extra sweet cool thing.
So yeah, as the door comes down, it it hits them, and then it's like goes up for a second, and like Kiara just is just flicking the switch rapidly, so it's like getting really confusing, and then it just comes back down for a second time.
Nice.
So why? Well, if you got a crit, why didn't you actually trap some of them in the door? So
Yeah.
as to kill-
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. So
actually crush some of them with the
yeah,
door.
so you kind of like critically succeed on your like anti like hack kind of thing. As they kind of open the door, a bunch of them fall through, so like 8 of these guys kind of fall through, and then you just like slam it down at the last second. One of the guys gets like completely squelched in the door, like trapped in this like incredibly like it's an airlock door, so these things are fucking huge, and it just like crushes the guy, and he's like all paste on the wall at this point. So we need to have a like an initiative order in which to do things. So
Okay.
it's cunning, I believe.
You're hearing the public comms in a very, very drony voice.
Can
Just
I
because I like humans doesn't mean I like you.
just roll my initiative?
So a character can use a cunning attribute or tactic skill for initiative.
Is it?
I just have pure initiative as.
Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
just do that. Yeah,
initiative.
yeah. I mentioned
Okay.
plus bonuses. Yeah, he's already calculated that for you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oops, wrong one. I put 2d2 instead of 2d6.
Dude.
Dude. Okay, so
There we go.
Kenny, what did you roll?
Kenny has a 10.
10. Okay, what did Blake roll?
He rolled 13 because it's got plus 1 to that.
13. Cool. What about Keanu?
14.
14. Nice. And finally, Varric.
Varric, 15.
15. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go reverse order there. So I'll roll for these guys as well. In just a moment. See where they go in the order. I'll bring in some tokens for you guys to see. So, let's see what they get. So, I'm gonna roll 9. Cool. So, Pirates roll 9. It's actually going last in the initiative order, which is pretty cool. So, turn order for this is gonna be Varric, Keanu, Blake, Kenny, Pirates. And I have your guys going in somewhere and then there as well, but I don't really want to make individually 12 rolls, so you know. Let me bring these guys into play here. So layer, token layer, that's a thing. Let's go there. So one gets squelched in the door, but the other guys immediately kind of like fall in to this space here and begin hacking this door here. So I believe there are 7 of them. 4, 5, yeah. There we go. Cool. And they begin just like hacking this next door. Are you gonna try and do a similar thing, Keanu? With this like hack on the door?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're gonna do that again.
Yep, he flipped, so he's gonna try and flip the switch and
Oh, that one. Get wrecked.
3d6.
3d6. No, so you don't manage to counter hack them, and they just kind of like open up this door, and immediately it's Varric's turn. This door is open, and we'll bring these guys like a step forward to just show that.
Okay.
I made a mistake. Sorry.
What I'm going to do is, so I will have taken, I think, one of the rifles that Singh brought with him, and I would imagine the other one went to Blake. So what I want to do is fire the Federated Arms Hunter S laser rifle
Okay.
at the first guy I see.
Nice.
So I'm guessing this guy right at the front, and that would be my small arms skill.
Sure.
So 16, and then I also need to roll the crit die, don't I?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Which is a critical hit.
Nice. So the crit die is no longer used in damage rolls,
No.
but it's still pretty cool. So so you just pop a shot into the first guy. So what's the roll again?
The damage, I've got it currently, I think, on the low setting, so that's 3d6 damage.
3d6 damage. Nice. Go ahead and roll
How
that.
does the critical hit affect damage?
I don't believe it does now. It's no longer used in damage rolls. Previous possibility makes GM job most usually. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got some kind of like rules, slight changes for this session, which aren't like in the handbook yet, but we'll play.
The 3d6 includes the crit die.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
so you got 9. Cool.
Yeah, no.
So they're wearing combat grade vacuum suits, which is full body armor. Axolite armor, so it's got 2D ballistic and 4D laser penetrations puncture the suit, and it can actually seal itself, which is really fucking cool. So it's got like this armor, like if you fire a bullet through it, like a laser through it, like it begins to like seal itself up again. Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they have a targeting interface as well. They got a heads-up display to give a plus to combat stuff. Okay, so so you rolled 9.
Yeah, 9 damage.
Nice. We'll say it looks so cool. So he takes a shot. You kind of fire it through. He has Yep. You do some damage to him. You kind of fire in. Where are you aiming for, I guess, in this guy?
Just the chest, really.
Yeah, kind of chest center.
Chest center.
You kind of fire off against his shoulder, and you see it punch her through, and he goes, takes a step, kind of misses a beat, and then kind of like raises his rifle. He's not down, but he's in pain.
So you get 5 basic actions, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So can I then fire a laser pistol at the same guy?
So you kind of like toss your rifle down, grab
put the
pistol.
rifle down,
Can you take 2
pistol up.
shooting actions? Let's see. If you can. 5 seconds, and then come back around to see.
It says 5 basic actions. I don't know.
Man, this combat music gets me going. Let me bring this up for you here. Okay, robot basics, we get combat, movement combat. So movement in squares, there we got that. Range combat we got. Not firing, oh no, I guess you are firing from concealment, aren't you?
Yes.
In a way.
Firing from cover.
From cover, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. It's melee combat. Let's just say you do it. Let's just say you shoot a guy with a pistol.
Okay, so and I think because I'm taking a second action, it's going to be harder to hit.
Yes, yeah. So you can do a bunch of things, but the more you do, the harder they get.
Yeah. So that is a crit on the that is a critical hit
Nice.
for 12.
Nice. So we say like you kind of fire the gun at the first guy, kind of toss it down, bring out a pistol to like whip it into him. Pistol whip him.
Pistol whip from all the way back there.
Yeah, and you just you see this guy just like fall down onto the floor. He doesn't look like he's dead, but he's been like stunned by the shot so much that his kind of power armor sent him backwards, sprawling onto the floor with a big like laser burn in his suit. Pretty cool.
Do I need to roll damage on that one?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so this one I think I had in hyper, so that's again 3d6. So he takes 13.
Nice.
Damage.
So good job on the crit there. So 13 damage is quite a lot, and he is in pain. So you see him being kind of sent sprawling backwards. It is Keanu's turn.
Yep.
Keanu, what are you doing?
He's going to check on the rock cannons.
There are 2 of them. They're still recharging, so they're going to take a turn to recharge. But you do have these weapons like here, which you can fire off, which are mining drone like lasers.
Yep. How roughly how long do we think they would take to recharge?
The rock busters are going to take 1 more turn to recharge.
And the mining lasers?
Let me see. Mining drones. Oh yeah. So basically, each laser can fire 3 times before overheating, needing 4 rounds to cool off.
Okay.
So you can fire it thrice, basically.
Okay, so yeah, Keanu is going to sort of see like the people coming in, and he's going to release the first this one there, first cannon.
Nice.
Firing Super Senpai laser.
Super simple laser.
Don't hit our guys. Don't hit our guys.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Don't fail.
Don't worry, I get a reroll on fails.
That's good. That's always useful.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? Sorry, I'm tabbing in
8.
and out.
Yeah, oh, Dave, yeah.
Heat. Heat. See here. So you don't get this guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, so you kind of fire out this giant fucking laser from a mining drone. It does a fuck ton of damage when it hits stuff. But unfortunately, like they're hard to aim because you basically just got them like set up, and all you can do is press go. so it's not like you can really aim them
I'm
very
relying
well.
on the CCTV footage.
Yeah, you just see a kind of like explosion here. It's kind of hits into the wall like a and a bunch of energy firing everywhere. It does like minimal shock damage to these guys' like armor, but it's mostly absorbed by like the shock waves.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
And then he is going to fire Super Senpai laser number 2.
Got it.
Don't hit me.
A little more difficult.
Which one is you again? Ah,
Spaceman.
Kill the
10?
spaceman. A 10. Does Will ever sleep? No. Literally never.
Don't hit
or whatever
spaceman.
it is.
yeah.
So a 10 on this one. So it's a little bit more difficult because you're kind of doing another thing. But we're going to say that this... Yeah, roll damage on this one. Because we're going to say it's like a blast radius kind of...
Okay.
You're just kind of firing over the tops of like one of these like miners. Ah! And you see this laser go over his head.
What is the damage on the mine?
Oh yes, good point. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot you didn't have it. Your damage on this is, I believe, 5d. Yeah,
Nice.
it's 5d. But it is more difficult. So there you go.
Feel the power of justice.
the power. 14, nice. So you just like blast this this guy here with energy, and he is like his sword absorbs some of it, but you can see it absorb some of it. But like you can see like it's like torn a hole in his armor. He's like, oh. And this guy here, who is on the floor, like kind of bleeding out, is shocked by it, and he is killed by the kind of blast. So it's Blake's turn.
Right, I'm just going to shoot at one of them with laser rifle.
Which one did you want to shoot at?
Whichever one I've got the clearest shot at, to be honest. I don't think it makes much difference.
Well, this guy's already been injured, so it might do.
If he's just still up and being injured, I'll shoot him.
Sure.
For a 7.
Nope. No cigar. You kind of you like graze him with like the kind of fires in. He kind of just kind of reflects off his shield, his kind of weave.
Cool.
You can fire again if you want.
Yeah, what's the difficulty got?
Yeah, so it can do, but you could also, there's also a bunch of really cool rules like double tapping and doing like cool shots or just kind of like burst fire. You might want to.
Yeah, I'll look after the next shot. So I get a 9 on the second shot.
Nice. So yeah, we'll say this one gets him. Just kind of clips him in the chest center where you're firing at. So you can roll damage on this.
So that does 4 points of damage.
Nice. Loot of the game is Star Ascension. So 4 points doesn't actually beat his soak, so you don't really do much damage to him. Mostly superficial, really. These guys are pretty well armed. Really well armored, actually. So anything else you want to do?
I think it's probably too early to start falling back. So I'll maybe shout to the first group of miners to start falling back. The two that are up next to Kenny.
Okay.
Because they're obviously quite close to the enemy. So I'll shout to them to fall back to the barricade that the next two sets of miners are at.
Okay, cool. So Lee's
Fall back
front
fine,
two guys.
obviously, but yeah, but to fall back. Yeah,
Okay.
so that group wants to start falling back, firing as they do so.
Yeah, alright. I will roll some die for these guys. So we'll give them 2d6 in the guns. So this guy rolls an 8, the other rolls a 6. So they kind of like fire off their like assault rifles. Does a little bit of damage to these guys, but mostly it's just like covering fire to like retreat. Kenny, it's your turn. You've got you know, like a million people.
Okay. So Kenny, hearing the call for pulling back, is gonna be like, I can get it. Shit. All right. And he is gonna do. No, I'm not sure how this is gonna work. So,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong. Kenny wants to like run back, and as he's running, take out his combat knife and like throw it at the nearest guy.
Nice. Sure.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, of course that's a thing. So, I guess for throwing a knife, Like use your small gun. It's like your small gunnery kind of.
I have a throwing skill.
Oh, if you have throwing skill, use that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, anything in it. So yeah, it goes like.
Now, I have an advantage. I'm not sure if it applies to this situation, but it's
Okay.
a +1d to physique and skill checks where strength is a factor, including damage from unarmed and melee attacks.
I
don't know
guess
if
it's
that would apply
kind of
to
like a
throwing.
melee because you're like throwing a dagger and it does require strength. But sure, yeah, I'll give you advantage for this one. And you're throwing at a group of people, so its likelihood is you hit something, I guess.
Right, so that would be 3d plus 1, 3d6 plus 1. Yeah,
Haha.
I think
13.
it's plus 1d, so it's actually plus 1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. Because my throwing skill is a 2d plus 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
nice. So yeah, you just kind of you can roll damage on that.
What? I think. Oh, damage for a knife is physique plus
something.
1d.
Nice.
So that would be. I have 3d in physique, and then. So that's actually 4. So 4d6.
Do you not get the plus 1d for the damage? Does your advantage not give you damage?
Obviously, I need to
If it
attack.
includes strength, then I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, plus
Since
1d to
it's-
physique and skill checks.
Yeah.
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 So then add on another 2.
Nice. So what's total on that?
So that is 12 damage.
Nice. So your knife just kind of flies in towards the guy who's been shot at a few times now and has been kind of lying injured for, well, I guess like stunned injured for a little bit. And you just kind of like take this guy down. He finds himself with a knife just kind of like by his kind of like throat. And he's like, oh, he begins to like fall over and go down. And thank you to Bruce McCruz for following. Welcome to the event, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. If you guys haven't yet followed, go ahead and do so. We're like one retweet away from a viewer decision where you guys are going to decide what happens next in our game. You can find the tweet here, and we're just 6 followers away from that happening as well. So go ahead and do that. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s by donating. Or you can subscribe to the channel and you get like monthly rewards and stuff like that, as well as cool emoticons and a cool badge. So I think that is, I think that's all we need.
Yeah, I pieced the hell out of there. I ran over the barricade and got behind some of the men.
Nice. So yeah, he just got
Nice.
falls down. Nice knife and throat acting comes naturally to me. Cool. Let's see here then. So that was their turn. Your turn. So that's Kenny. Anything else you want to do, Kenny? So you want to run?
Probably yell expletives at these guys.
Sure. And it takes it to their turn. So they actually lost 2 of their number.
Did we, just a question, did we set up this first barricade with explosives?
I believe that was the plan, right?
Yeah.
So, as Kenny being the last one out, would he have set the fuse for that?
I
If
guess
we did not set it up to be triggered from the comms room, then yes.
Sure.
We set it up as
It's a fuse. Yeah.
So then, yeah, Kenny definitely would have done that before piecing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's tell you what, Kenny.
Fuse has been set.
Okay, so the fuse has been set, but you need to light the fuse on your way out. So we're gonna have a role involved with doing this, obviously, because it's not the simplest thing to do. It's just running. Yeah. Let's see. A dexterity. Just a dexterity, actually, just to kind of like
All right. So that is a 3D, so 3d6.
Of course, it's still in the future.
Oh
you've got.
no! Oh no!
Ah, dear.
That
Uh-oh.
critical failure.
That was a critical fail.
That is pretty bad. And you know what? We've hit over 20 retweets, which means that it's a viewer decision. So, viewer decision is where you guys in the chat get to throw something into our story. You guys will throw your ideas underneath this line here in the chat as to something which could happen
got
next.
this.
In this scenario, Kenny's just had a critical failure in lighting the fuse to a bomb charge in the first barricade. So let's move you back there, Kenny, so we can see where you actually are at this point. So there's bombs here, and Kenny's just kind of critically failed. So you guys decide, in what way does this go terribly wrong for the viewer decision? We'll get them into a straw poll. The most popular decision will happen in our game. So go ahead and we'll see what happens, dude. Also, if you are new, you can hit that follow button and join us for another one in 6 followers time, or if you're on the Twitters, then another 9. It's a dud one. Okay, cool. We'll see. So we'll keep playing whilst that is about to happen to Kenny and the crew here. But it's the pirates' turn, so they're gonna fire out some shots here as they come in through and begin to kind of take this first barricade and kind of use it against you. We said that there was 4 abreast, I guess, so these 4 will be able to shoot. So they have equipment on them. What equipment do they have? So these guys are wielding battle rifles, and their heads-up display on their suits actually gives them a bonus to small arms for compatible weapons. So they're going to fire out towards you, just kind of like single fire shots, like aiming towards you guys. They have 2, so a total of 3. So they're going to roll a dice against Kenny immediately, I guess, to shoot him, seeing as he's out in the open. One of these guys is going to shoot at you for a 13.
What is that? How do I know what that's against?
Let's look at the combat section to walk us through all of this. There we go. Cool. So combat and damage. Like everything else, combat is rolled by rolling the appropriate skill to beat a difficulty number. If hit, a character takes damage. Damage is first soaked by armor. If damage remains thus penetrating the armor, a character takes physique, absorbs some damage. Any damage left over results in a new wound level per the table on the character sheet. So the skill check goes to the difficulty number, which equals a hit. So you should have, let's find your sheet. I have you somewhere, don't I? On your sheet.
Yeah, it's the bruiser page.
Bruiser. Let's find you. There we go. So let's see. Oh man, I love the picture on that. That's my favourites. Let's see. Your physique is 3D. Where do we see this for you? I'm looking on a sheet for work. So your. Does anyone know what this is?
I think it first depends on what armor we had available.
Yeah, what armor are you wearing, Kenny?
Spaceman suit.
Space. I think
There's a page for that in the book.
let's see what Floyd gave you. He gave you reinforced vacuum suits.
How many of them?
There were 10 total. Oh yeah, go ahead and vote in the straw pile as well, guys. So 10 of them. So you can each be wearing them if you want.
Yeah,
that
we
would probably
would
make
have
sense.
taken 1 each, so we 4, and then I guess the 6 guys in the main corridor would be the other ones wearing the vac suits.
Okay.
For a total.
Yeah. So a couple of them are like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So what's the armor on the?
The armor for these guys is, we'll just say that you're wearing the same shit as them, but a little bit worse. So it acts like 2D versus ballistic and 4D versus laser. So I believe you roll your armor and then compare.
So what are they firing? Are they firing ballistics or lasers?
Cat.
They are firing ballistics.
Okay, so you roll 2d6.
Yeah. So let me know what you get. So Kenny rolls that, I believe.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
2d6 for your ballistic armor.
2d6. Okay. Good money, no whammy. 5.
5. So the difference there is.
Difference there is 8. No.
Yeah.
Yes, 8. I can do maths.
So you roll 3d6 now
For my physique, right?
yeah.
for your physique. Yeah.
Yeah, my physique is 3d6. So 3d6. So that's a oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Nice.
a good crit this time, not one of the
Yeah.
bad crits he had previously.
It's a good crit.
It's one of them good ones. They're good. Alright. Let's see this here. Cool. So you actually did pretty well. Good job. So you take a bullet, but your armor, does pretty well. You take some physique, but you're still in it, Kenny. You're still doing good. Other than the fact you're probably about to be blown up.
Yeah. Other than that fact.
He's about to be toasty, Kenny.
Little toasted Kenny. So the other guys are going to fire at the Marines here. I'll do some rolling. Oops, for that. So the other guys are going to fire at this kind of like band of them here. 9. Let's see. Come on, Rod. 5. This guy fails massively. He gets a crit fail, but the other guy shoots him real good. So these guys are going to roll their... Also, these guys have the same armor, right? You kind of put these guys in some good flak vests. And in fact, they need to roll 3. So so 2 of them are doing kind of a little bit fucked. And they got 3 for physique. In fact, 2 physiques are only minors, so 4 and 7. So let's say the front 2 guys, because we're not really tracking the exact health and shit, these guys go down. So they kind of Pyrus fire over the top, and a couple of these guys immediately go down as they're just not prepared. They weren't ready. So that is top of that. So Varric, what are you up to?
I'm picking up the laser rifle, firing it again at this front guy in the middle. So I can't remember what that quite was. Was that 3d6 for the attack?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was my small arms, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, my small arms is 3d6. So that's 11 to hit.
11 to hit, yep, cool.
Okay, so 3d6, so that's 13 damage.
15, so I rolled theirs. Want to see here? 10. So these guys have some physique. 5. Oh, 2
Oh.
critical fails as well.
Yeah.
Get fucked. So go ahead.
Then I'm going to fire the pistol again.
Okay.
Critical fail.
Oh. We'll say that we'll say that you're it just jams as you're gonna fire. It says and you're like, damn thing.
I'm gonna throw it down and draw my personal pistol. And I'm gonna take one more action. I'm gonna fire that. So this is my final pistol. For a critical hit!
Oh, damn! That's more like it.
So that's this one was on low power, so that's only 2d6 damage. So
Nice.
so that's probably not going to do.
I think you should aid Kenny.
What's up, Bears? How's it going, buddy? So you're so for yeah, okay. So so yeah, you. It's a critical hit, so it feels bad, man, when you fuck something up totally. But you we'll say you damage this guy here. You shoot him, and he's just kind of. But his armor absorbs a fair amount of it. These guys are pretty well armed. Anything else you want to do, Varric?
I think. Actually, no. This was my second pistol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This was my personal, so I can fire it once more this round. For an 11.
Okay. Nice.
Is that hit? Because I have fired 3 times this round.
Yes.
Yes. I think so, yeah.
So it would have been quite a hard one.
Yeah. We'll say you just kind of catch. I mean, it's a long shot as well.
Yeah.
The barricade. You are firing into a group though, so I guess we'll say that kind of combats that. So you kind of just fire a shot into the crowd. It hits something. You're not really sure what.
And again, 4.
Nice.
So I graze another guy.
Yeah, he kind of looks down. He's like, "Ow,
That stings.
ah." See, we don't take breaks during the games as such. Sorry. We'll catch you up if you need to go, though, dude. I take a break every like 3 hours normally. So okay.
It's my turn.
All right, Keanu. The Rockbusters are back online. The 2 of the ships are retreating, but the big Tyrannus is coming in.
Okay, so the 2, like, they're definitely going away.
Yeah, they're not coming back. It doesn't look like.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, oh dear, it looks like it's time to break out the big guns.
Okay.
I can
All
just
of
picture
this-
the Cades too, just the
Yes, all this is on the public intercoms as well, as he speaks.
Mhm.
Because he's an idiot and flipped the wrong switch at some point. So yeah, he is going to shoot the rock cannons at the giant ship coming to us.
Nice. So go give me those rolls.
Yep. 12.
A 12. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's DC like 9, I think. So yeah, you fire in to the Tyrannus. Of course, it's a bigger kind of cruiser, and you hear kind of over the comms like, "Damn, boy!" As Kelan York is getting fired at, and you see it kind of tear through. So you kind of hit one hit on him, definitely. You can fire your other one if you want.
Yeah, he's going to fire the other one as well. Take this, you Yankee scum.
What'd you roll?
13.
Okay, 13's even better. So let me see here. So you fired once to break his shield, and then
The other to do hull damage.
yeah. So the other two do hull damage. Let's see if I actually have damage for the Rockbusters here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the Tyrannus begins to kind of like you see it just begin to like swerve in the sky and kind of lose its like control over its kind of thrusters as you fire into the ship. And you see it begin to just kind of crash down towards the asteroid. It's not kind of like flying at a top speed, but it is kind of like making more of a crash landing than it really wanted to. And you can tell this is probably going to deal a lot of damage to its the hull and the crew inside, potentially killing some of them. So what else are you doing, if anything, Yanni?
So he's got 2 more things to do, and these two things still have 2 good shots left in them. And he's going to fire both of them.
Cool.
Super Senpai Laser, fire. What? Super Senpai Laser 1, fire.
Super Senpai. Every time.
it fires rainbows.
Okay, so the Super Senpai laser fires from 11 into the crowd.
Yeah.
Which is good. I believe it does 5d damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, that's an F.
So Shiv aim glass. No, damn. Cedos. Damn, Daniel.
Do not mess
Going
with the master behind the keyboard.
Yeah, you were like the ultimate keyboard warrior.
Damn, senpai.
Yeah.
You
You are
fire.
older than me, you fool.
You fire this in, and you immediately see like the blast kind of erupt around the area which you fire at, kind of around that first barricade area, and this guy immediately is kind of like flown backwards into the door and prone, and you basically destroy this barricade with the laser blast as well. It just kind of goes scatters everywhere, all the things that you put in there, which probably doesn't help with the bomb about to go off.
This would be a good time to bring in.
Did I just
Yeah.
blow up? I just blew up the barricade. That means I just blew up the.
Yeah. So Kenny at this point has lit himself on fire from the viewer decision. So Kenny kind of goes down to kind of like light the fuse, and instead his entire body erupts in flame as he forgot that he covered himself in oil only earlier this day.
Oh,
I like to be slippery.
He was having a nice massage.
I like to be slippery.
Kenny, are you okay?
Do I fucking look okay?
Well, I can't. You're in like a really puffy astronaut suit, and well, you know, it looks fairly fire resistant.
Never mind, I'm good. There's a cat. I'm happy.
You look fairly badass being on fire like that, though.
Let me see if I can
I
find the
haven't seen
sprinklers.
anything like this in the military before.
Yeah, and I'm gonna search the comm rooms for the sprinkler button. Just see if I can put out Kenny. So
Okay,
I would.
good idea.
So-
Give me like a computer. Yeah, a computer to like turn on, like find, because you know you're basically googling whilst this is happening,
Yeah.
like how to turn on sprinklers in an asteroid field. Cool. So on a 12, so we'll say that. So Kenny, you're kind of like looking up as you're like, I'm burning on fire. But luckily the sprinkler system turns on and it's kind of like a spraying everywhere all over you. However, like you're still covered in this like oil from like the machines you've been working with earlier this day. So they're putting out some of it, but you're still like burning alive. Like
Okay. Is it my turn right now?
it's not. Yeah, I believe it's actually Blake's turn. Yeah, Blake first.
Yeah.
And you.
Okay. I have an idea, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
My turns over.
Cool. So I am gonna fire another 2 shots at the closest enemy who's advancing on us.
All right.
First one's a miss. Second one, not sure, an 8. I think I probably need a
That is a
9.
critical hit, though.
That's a critical
Oh,
hit.
it's-
So
no, so that's true. Actually, it is a crit.
yeah, so it's a hit.
So it's a hit, yeah.
3 isn't.
So if it's a well, if it is
Kenny's
a crit,
there right now.
then can we have it sliced through to the guy behind as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think it's 3d damage. So I'll do damage to the first one. 14.
Nice. Nice
Another
damage.
critical.
Yeah.
And the damage for the second
Oh
one.
no.
Yeah, no crit. Oh,
15.
damn. So, yeah, you crit on crit, but crits aren't in the damage stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
So yeah, so the laser from the rifle basically sears through one guy and takes the guy behind. Perhaps there was like a unexpected charge of power from the ammo pack.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So yeah, you kind of fire in just like a straight towards this guy and the one behind him. And the first guy, we'll say this one here, is immediately kind of like eviscerated as a kind of bolt goes through him, and into the second guy who's wounded but not dead. He kind of catches less of the blast than his more unfortunate friend. Anything else you want to do, Blake?
Yeah, I'm going to move back to the barricade behind just to kind of supervise things from the back there a little bit and kind of cheer up the 2 guys that are next to there, kind of just to encourage them from my success that they can do the same.
Blake, to me you look like an awful coward over the CCTV. I hope you're doing something useful behind them. As Yoko would say, you're a twat.
God damn it, Yoko. Okay, so you take some cover. Kenny, you're burning alive. It's very painful. What the fuck are you doing? You're muted. Drink.
Drake.
Damn it. Are the explosives still in front of me, the ones that I was trying to light in the first place?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but you're on fire.
Right. So what Kenny would like to do is use the fire on his body to light the fuse, and then try to run the hell away and then stop, drop, and roll behind the barricades.
roll. All right, I tell you what. Roll me just a dexterity, just 2 stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, so that's 3d6. Big money, no whammy.
Come on, Kenny.
It's an 8.
Nice. So
That's good.
it's it's definitely, it could be worse. So you roll in, you stop, drop. So the plan is to not light the bomb on the fuse on fire, or to light the fuse on fire whilst you're burning down.
It's to light the fuse on fire.
Yeah, with your body.
With my body.
Yeah.
And then
With
to
my
go
hot body.
with the hot body.
And then run away. And
All
then
right.
put myself out behind the bros over here.
Got it. So you you do so. You kind of you roll into it, and you hear a kind of as the fuse is lit on your red hot body. And you run behind the barricade, and are somewhat safe. Anything else you want to do, Kenny?
I'm gonna yell, I have a burning passion for combat! Alright, and jokes.
Lee Worst.
You're very funny, Kenny. You should do one of those comedy shows that of my animu.
Off my animu.
I'm not doing anything animu involving.
I ain't getting no animus on me.
Also, guys, what the hell's an animu?
What do I do with it? So
Can I kill it?
can I
How
kill
long
it?
before these explosives go off?
So I mean, it's not an exact science, so you're probably thinking a round maybe before these explosives kind of really go off. Let's see. That's the pirates' turn. So let's see. Yeah, they're gonna shoot at your miners because they are bad people. There are 14 and 7. The 14 is gonna puncture into these guys' armor. 4. And we're gonna say this guy just immediately kind of rips. He pops his head out from cover. And he's like, finally found his courage. He's basically broken. And then he's immediately kind of he pops up. He's like, shot in the head.
Charlie.
Did he go into a raging mayhem?
He did indeed. Welcome, Raging Mayhem, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. The other dudes are going to fire as well, attempting to take out the other marine, because you guys are basically so far back that they're not really aiming at you. They're all pretty shit though. And then there's one guy left as well, so do this here. So he shoots him, but his armor actually withstands the bullets. Just kind of pings off his shoulder off into the corridor. Varric, you're currently behind the second one. By the time it gets to Kenny's turn, that's when the bomb is going to go off.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a slight step to my left so I have a fairly clean line of sight, and then I'm just going to fire. So
Excellent.
here goes the rifle for 16.
Excellent. 16 is pretty fucking great.
I don't want to hear about fire from it.
8 damaged.
Okay. So, let's see here. Let me see here. You fire in a bolt. I'll see what he does. So, yeah.
It pings off.
Kind of pings off. You rolled
So-
pretty well on that one.
Firing again
Okay.
for a 10.
Alright, a 10's good, yeah.
So damage is 9 this time.
9!
Because I can't hurt anyone this round.
I just can't hurt anyone.
Maybe you should use your electricity powers. Oh wait, no, that's me. Sorry.
I don't have electricity powers.
I have firepower.
You rolled 8, so you deal a bit of damage to him.
Yes!
Get
Kinda
a piece,
just-
you scrub lord.
You just get the guy. He's coming through.
I grazed him or something.
Your hand. You softly caress him. Anything else you want to do, Varric?
Firing one more time if I can.
Sure.
This for a 14.
A 14. That's pretty good. Yeah.
So damage
Yeah.
is 10 this time.
One more time.
One more time.
I want to celebrate.
Let me roll here. Yeah. Oh, still
Liz.
free. Oh no, I don't want to straw poll. They've got me.
Never mind.
It's okay, look, because they're standing right next to a bomb. That'd probably do some damage.
Yeah.
Keanu.
I'm distracting.
Keanu, what's going on with you? The Tyrannus has landed. You can see like people like diving out of the burning wreckage, coughing and spluttering as they go.
Like a smart person, Keanu is. He never leaves a plan second thought, and he always installs self-destruct things just like his personal feelings. So he is. So seeing like these people start rushing towards the entrance, he's going to hit the big old the button that is labelled "Super Awesome Desu Self-Destruct" of rock lasers.
Nice.
And it's like a big red button, and he just smashes his fist down on it.
All right then. So I guess that'll be a roll.
To see if he actually made it self-destruct. That's a crit.
Damn. So
Feel the power of knowledge.
So on a crit, I'll let Keanu describe his actions here.
So he's like, oh, good thing I installed that self-destruct to stop all this siege stuff, and and he is going to say, actually yes, we will use this quote because it is amazing.
You got quotes up ready to go.
I have quotes. I've been doing it all game.
Go ahead.
Okay. I need to make sure I'm saying this with emphasis and beauty and who am I kidding? The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. And just smashes the button.
And go ahead. What's the final like freeze frame for Keanu? I guess. It's all anime like the speed lines and epic stuff in the background, but he just looks so bland. Yeah. So did you just want to blow up? What? How much did you want to blow up? Is the question, I guess.
I blow up one rock cannon for now.
Okay.
Only the one.
Only
Nice.
one for now.
So one of them just kind of goes up outside on the comms, and it just begins to rain debris everywhere outside onto the kind of coughing and spluttering people from outside on the Tyrannus, and you see a gentleman with a cowboy's hat and a revolver step out as well. Clearly the pirate Captain York. Anything else you want to do, Keanu?
These guys are still alive, so he's going to fire Super Senpai Laser 1 and 2.
Excellent.
Will, I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Does this cowboy come out and then say,
So,
Does he what?
does he come out and say it's high noon?
Dear Lord.
These are very important questions.
Oh man. So an 8.
that is a crit fail, but
Crit fail.
luckily I have advantages and disadvantages
You do.
from the engineer,
Haha.
which allows me to like a difficulty 6 cunning saving throw to avoid these consequences that would have happened.
Nice. That is good. That is good. So
Whatever bad thing was going to happen, it doesn't happen.
the bad thing doesn't happen to me. Bad things don't happen to Keanu. Okay, so it doesn't work, but nothing critically goes wrong. Anything else you want to do, Kenny?
He will fire Super Senpai Laser number 2, so they both are out of that ammo and are synchronized to be out of ammo. Readings.
Cool. Slayer depleted.
11.
11? Yeah, it's not bad. Say you can hit this dude here.
Yep.
This bro. So you can roll 5d damage for that. Time to wreck.
The
Right.
power of the keyboard compels you.
Yeah, because keyboard warrior. Only 7. That's pretty pretty shit damage, actually.
That is
It's
really
horrible.
bad.
That is 3 ones right there.
Yeah.
That is ones and twos. Wow.
That is nearly minimal.
They rolled actually worse. See, like, this guy does take a little bit of damage. We'll give him one more hit. But he's still standing. As most of the kind of blast is deflected by his armor. Okay then. So anything else you want to do, Keanu?
He will turn off the sprinklers to conserve the water that is very precious to us. We only get resupplies every other month.
True. That makes sense. You got to be conservative. So that's Kenny's turn. It's the pirate's turn. They are going to have a.
Isn't it?
Kenny is your turn. Wait, no. We just had Keanu, so it's Blake's
Blake.
turn. You're right, yeah.
Blake then Kenny.
Yeah, Blake then Kenny and the pirates. So Blake, you're all the way back here. You there, XP?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just trying to read up to whatever options I might be able to do.
Sure. It all good. See this here. So you got a couple of these guys still down here in the corridor. They look pretty wounded, and their morale isn't the best right now because they're taking some pretty heavy fire. They don't really have anywhere to go, but they're professionals, so they're pressing onwards.
Can I comms Keanu on the internal comms going out everywhere at the moment and tell him to start offering mercenaries a some sort of substantial reward if they turn on people, the people who are leading them, if they change sides.
Sure. I mean, you can just say that. How would you
you're
say?
clearly losing this, but if you join us and help us repulse this, you'll be well rewarded.
Okay. I guess Keanu can do that again, or he can try doing that on his next turn.
Yeah. And then in the meantime, I'll tell Kenny to pull back, and any of the remaining miners who are still alive behind that barricade to pull back so that we can blow up that barricade if the guys get any closer to it.
Okay, cool.
I don't think there's much point me shooting at the moment because what I'll do is I'll lay down in the rules it says I can lay down a suppressing fire.
Yeah.
Basically, in the area between the 2 red doors, I will set up a suppressing fire there so that if any of the guys decide to move further forward and ignore kind of our offer, then I will open up on them at that point.
Okay. Nice. Alright. So you lay down some suppressing fire. Kenny, it's your turn.
Hello.
Hello.
So
What's the plan?
is Kenny still on fire, or is that?
Oh wait, yeah, it's time for. So you put yourself out. However, it's
Yeah.
time for things to go boom.
Boom,
So yeah, the bomb was right about where these guys are. So we're gonna say it's like an auto hit on all of them, and it's got like a similar kind of level as this, like the Super Saiyan cannons have. So you can roll. What's this a bomb? So we're on 60 for damage on this.
So 6d6.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, here we go. Hit 27.
27.
Very nice.
And I'll roll there. Shit. It's actually some pretty good damage. They're all 9. So these guys took like a huge fucking amount. The guys who are already injured basically just kind of go down. We need an explosion, like token bliss, don't we? We need an explosion. But yeah, you see them just kind of like erupt as a corridor lights itself kind of on fire from this. There we go. From this bomb.
That is wonderful.
There we go. And these guys just are kind of crisped up nicely. In fact, they're a little bit overdone. They're a little bit too hot for their own
Wasn't
good.
it a bit further forward?
Nothing is too hot for Kenny.
I mean, Kenny knocked it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
And you also exploded the barricade itself with one of the lasers. So these guys go down, but these two kind of just stay out of the blast radius. They're wounded, but they're not yet dead. Kenny, it's your turn.
Okay. So the dead miners that are in front of me, what kind of weapons were they rocking?
Same as you. So you handed them like an assault rifle or a pistol.
Laser pistol, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna grab one of the pistols off the body, off the nearest body,
Yeah.
and fire at the nearest soldier or pirate. Soldier. So that is what? Small arms?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 2d plus 1. 2d6 plus
2d6
1.
plus fun. Yeah.
That's an 8.
All right then. Eight's pretty good. So.
How good is it?
I mean,
Is it a hit?
so these guys are like behind an explosion of fire at this point, which is still burning. So it's kind of tough to see them. We'll say it's a hit, because they are basically lying prone and easy targets, in that they're not moving or ducking into cover and stuff like that. So you can roll damage.
Okay, what is the damage on that?
Probably like 2d6.
Pistol is 2d6, yeah.
Okay. So, roll 2d6 of damage. Wait. 2. So that's 5 damage.
5 damage. Nice.
That's exciting.
I'll roll there. So I will say their armor is like damaged and bridged at this point, so it's gonna be 2, but he still rolls really good. No cigar for Kenny on that one.
Oh.
Anything else you want to do?
After that, then Kenny is gonna jump over this barricade here and be like, "Hey, Eric, what's going on?"
Hey guys, how's it going?
Cool. Hey, buddy.
Good job putting yourself out.
So that's Kenny's turn. It's these two guys. These just like back up to take a little bit more cover now that the burning fire is happening. They're going to take shots at this last guy here, realizing that they don't really have too much hope. This guy 8, so we're going to take him down. They managed to lay down enough fire, just going to, despite the suppressing fire coming in from Blake. These guys are dead. However, these two miners turn on Blake. They haven't really been firing. They turn on Blake and kind of pull their rifles towards him. And one of them says, "Surrender!"
Oh dear.
What does Blake do?
How rude.
Is Blake just giving them that face XP? Maybe. Yeah. So he's just like, fuck. Okay. All right. He's like, surrender now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to work out whether there's going to be more of them coming in or not. There's very few of them left. So
You can see on the monitors that the Tyrannus, like the larger vessel, has like landed outside. It's crash landed, and not all the crew are like alive and well, but there are people coming along with their captain.
yeah, so try and win over any of the remaining ones that we can use. Because obviously the more people that we get on our side, that'll help demoralise.
Yeah. So
as well as obviously the pile of burnt bodies.
So these guys are basically turned on Blake as he's thinking that, and treacherous to the core, they kind of put their assault rifles to you and tell you to surrender now, because they realise that they're losing, and clearly York's on the comms, like he's got some sleeper cell agents on the mind. How does Blake react as, in his mind, commander?
Yoko won't be happy about this.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've got any particular.
Do you surrender, or what's the plan?
You got charm.
They're aware of the fact that we were rigging the gas in the
I mean, you did that on your own,
I think
right?
what I'll do, right? So I will feign surrendering But then I'm gonna literally just fire at the explosives that we've got planted in the barricade.
Alright, so you kind of like put your hand up for a second.
So kind of like almost like I'm gonna put my gun down, but then swing my gun down to point at where I know the explosives
Nice.
are in the barricade, and just open up on that at point blank range. I mean,
Alright.
I'll put
Yeah,
it
you gotta.
they're closer than I am.
You got a chance here. Also, if you guys are just tuning in, they're kind of defending a mining colony from pirates who are attacking. A couple of them apparently are traitors, the miners that they're working with. You can find the game Star Ascension here. Go take a look at it. All the links are there. And if you haven't followed the stream, go ahead and do so. I have a viewer decision in just 5 followers' time. So
as I understand it from the rules, you have focus points and character points, and a focus point, you only get one focus point, which can be spent to double the number of dice you roll on an attack.
Yes, you can focus
I
it.
will spend that focus point to double, so I roll 4d rather than
Nice.
2d.
Good use of it. So that's the equivalent of like inspiration or advantage in Star Ascension.
Yeah,
So
so I get 15.
nice. So you're kind of like all right, and then you just begin to put your pistol down, and you kind of like you fire it into the charges in this barricade which you laid, and 66 for damage. As you kind of like just hit it, and it goes. 21. All right, and these guys are wearing worse armor, so they're gonna roll 2d6. Gonna roll 8. Nice. So we take this here, and we see Justice beginning to just light up as behind these guys and just in front of Blake, you just send this whole barricade thing flying. However, Kenny, can you roll me a quick dex save, like a dexterity check to like dive out of the way? As you see, Kenny's like, so Kenny's like, I'm on fire! He runs over the barricade, jumps away, it explodes, and he's like,
I'm on fire! I was just on fire. I don't want to be on fire again.
I'm on fire again.
So then, meanwhile, I'm just going to then casually stroll away behind to the fallback position.
Nice.
that's
And
you.
Just cut us off.
Blake, can you make the same save? Because you are standing about as close as Kenny is to it, so you
So
make
what
the
am I
same. Just dexterity, whatever your dexterity is. Probably like 2d plus 1 or something.
My dex is...
Oh, Kenny's good.
2d+1.
Kenny's all good.
Kenny's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no thank you, sir. Kenny's like immune to fire now that he's seen so much of it. Like,
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
stronger, yeah. And Blake just kind of dives out of the way and then strolls back towards this door, which is you can you know the code to it, I guess. So,
Caroline, play that epic song for Blake. Thank you.
and these guys are down, leaving only these 2 remaining pirates, as well as Captain York and some of his men to come in as well. So your operation is looking pretty tight at this point. You've killed off some of these traitors. That was Blake's turn. It's Kenny's turn now.
I thought no, that was
Wait.
the pirate's turn. The pirates just had
Oh
their
yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
top light round, Barrack. Yeah, I got confused because Blake did a thing.
Yeah, Blake did the thing.
He did the things. All
Can
of the
I
things.
cautiously move up to this barricade in front of me to avoid taking fire?
Yeah, definitely. You
Okay.
Step up to the barricade.
And then, so I'm now in a position where if I need to, I can set the fuse and run. But I'm going to
Yeah.
take my rifle shots, which is 3d6, so 14.
14. Yeah, that's a hit.
So for 11 damage.
Nice. Roll these guys. Like I say, their armor is pierced. So yeah. Are you guy on the right or guy on the left?
The guy on the right.
Nice. Yeah. He goes down. Where do you shoot him?
Through the. Where am I going to shoot him? I'll probably try and take his head off if possible.
I mean, yeah, you shoot him in the head.
I shoot him in the head.
The head doesn't like
Leave
fall
the
off
hole
as such.
in the middle of his helmet.
Nice. Very nice.
Another shot on the guy on the left.
Damn.
Critical hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So
Fight it.
that damage is
Oh.
only 8, unfortunately.
I thought you said 28 for a second. I was
No.
28.
and you're like, oh,
28.
it's
I was
28, unfortunately. I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. How did you do that?
Getting really excited there.
Yeah,
One of my weapons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for him. You're at 6. So he does take a little bit.
It takes a little bit.
Nice. Anything else Varric wants to do? He looks like if you you know, one more shot before you take him
final
down.
shot. This time I'm going to use my. I think I'll try and use my personal pistol though.
Wow, damn, yeah.
Double six.
I tell you what, on double sixes, tell me how you end this this pirate here.
I'm just going to unload. Having just killed the other guy with the head, I'm just going to take out and nearly killed this guy. I'm just going to take out the pistol and just be like, I'm going into you now, and just unload like 5 shots into
Nice.
his chest.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, you kind of fire into the guy. His body is perforated.
And
As
I
his
kind of
arm
want
is
to
ripped.
duck down, get into as much cover behind this barricade as I can, ready to set it alight if I need to retreat.
Nice. So the initial wave has kind of just been dealt with there, you guys don't really have a moment to kind of recover as you see Captain York and some of his drones come in to the area. These guys are like decked out in like Space Marine armor.
I got past my
Did-
self-destruct system. Oh, no.
How did they get past the door that was still closed without hacking?
We'll say that this guy blows it up with a rocket launcher.
Okay.
Excellent.
Like a
Just
Captain
create a
Bjork,
nice
man.
hole in it.
I wish Bjork were here. So yeah, there's a nice big hole, and York kind of sets through it with his like big like Desert Eagle revolver, which is outdated but still effective. And he says, "Well now then, partners, why don't you all just let me take my stuff, and then I'll be on my way."
Can I take a reaction to fire like a warning shot over his shoulder?
Yeah, so you're gonna fire one over his shoulder. He doesn't really flinch. We'll say actually like tings into one of the drones behind him and just kind of flies off. And he says, "You see, it'll all be much easier if you just let me take some of your materials and I'll be on my way."
You ain't taking none of our stuff. Now
You
leave
might
us
want
alone.
You might want to need a new ship because yours is pretty buggered, mate. Just saying, like.
And
yeah.
you have no social skills whatsoever, so you can shut up, kid. And he like shoots the speaker with his like Desert Eagle.
You just wasted a bullet.
How
And
rude.
now you have
What do you
fondness
think
for
that
everyone
This
else.
bullet wasn't meant for you. As he shoots the speaker off.
That was my favourite speaker.
And
The birds are probably like almost as big as me.
so it's gonna go the hard way, is it? Alright then.
Oh.
So he's gonna roll his these guys will roll their initiative again because Captain's a little bit better than the others. He rolls 12, so he's actually
I'm still
going
faster than him.
Yeah, the only person who isn't is Kenny. So Varric, you've kind of just fired a warning shot, so we'll say that was your turn shooting these guys. So Keanu.
So so he's just destroyed all my speakers, right?
He has, yeah. He's triggered you.
I'm very triggered, and I am going to be like, in my very triggered voice, I warn you, I am a master of technology, and due to that, I always have self-destruct systems implanted, and I am not afraid to self-destruct this entire facility, and you along with it. This whole asteroid is rigged to blow. If you are not careful, I shall press the button. He's lying out of his ass, by the way.
Okay. So you want to kind of like intimidate him?
It's a deception, really.
Yeah. Okay. So,
It's a carrot. I'm going to use character point. How do those work again? 'Cause I know they.
yeah, let's look up the stuff. So, focus points and character points. Focus points
There might be an
double.
extra dice or +1 after the roll was actually taking place.
Yeah,
So
I'll read this
extra
out
dice
from the.
before you make the roll or +1
Yeah,
after.
I have not made a roll yet, so
I'll read this out. So focus points double all die rolls in a single round when spent, but you can only get one of those, and they cannot be combined with character points. Character points will either add a full die to your dice pool before you roll, or add 1 to the die total after you've rolled. You start with 5, can spend as many as you want at any given time, but it can't be combined with focus.
Okay, yeah, I am going to roll 2 extra character dice.
Nice.
So it's going to be 4d6.
Good luck.
17.
17, the perfect number. And you see York just kind of like with his like blase, pistol, his pistol out kind of striding towards you. You see his drones, who actually like people inside these like big suits, just like, Captain, we should really get away. This guy's crazy. And he says, this kid's just playing. He ain't got no self-destruct system.
They hear the second blockbuster blow outside.
Yeah, the self-destruct. It's like, so we're getting out of here. Everyone's dead. And he says, you filthy scalawags, you come back here, you yellow-bellied. But they're already going.
I've always got self-destruct systems implanted in everything I do. I even have a self-destruct system in myself.
Well, press it for me.
My secret is I'm a cyborg.
Well, you just told me your secret now, boy.
Oh, well, it's not really a secret. Like 80% of people know. I just thought you would look. I just want a friend.
Curse you, Keanu Weebs. And he himself is still striding forwards, intent on killing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those rockbuster cannons, not rockbusters, they're blown up.
Yeah. The Super
Bloody
Saiyans.
insane. The other cannons, the mining ones.
I believe
how
these two have both been fired and are recharging for 4 rounds, and then this one is still active.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will save that one for a later thing.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Keanu?
I would like if you would fire one of those. It would be quite handy. He is advancing on me.
I'm just going to play dramatic music over the intercom.
The Star Wars. He's like, God damn it! And he shoots another speaker.
That was my
The
second
secret
favorite
is-
speaker.
Every speaker has a self-destruct.
Literally everyone.
Every single one, and as he shoots them, it's initiating their self-destruct, and they're just blowing up.
It's not a big self-destruct though, it's just like
It's just a small explosion.
yeah.
Alright, perfect. Let's see. And thank you so much to Lindez for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentle lady and scholar. Welcome, Lindez. That is Keanu's turn. Blake, you're in the back room at the moment.
Yes. So
You're watching on the comms. There's a nice seat and table if you want to sit back and watch, or you can get involved in the action. You got
I
your
think
gas
I'm gonna
canister
head
here
to
as
the
well.
comms room to keep an eye on what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah, you head
We
off.
need the gas, but it looks like most of the combat is kind of ending. So I want to more keep an eye on
so
what's
you can
happening
get
with the
involved.
ships.
Okay. Cool.
And just in any of the stuff that we might need to do against the remaining ships that might be out there.
Go
Nice.
for a coffee.
Alright.
Cyborg drink.
Cool. So we'll take it to
I'll probably just keep an eye on things.
yeah,
first.
get on things.
Yeah.
Keep sensors out. Alright, sweet. Let's see then. So that takes it to Kelan York's turn. Captain Kelan York's turn.
Captain.
He is going to fire out his pistol out towards you. We'll say that the fire here has died down for the most part now. Kind of extinguished itself, and he's just gonna like run forward to this barricade and shoot a Varric close range for a 10.
Okay, what do I roll for my
So
armor?
you can roll your I believe you got 3d6 for this.
Okay.
You haven't really taken any shots, so you're all good.
No.
So you got 4 there.
6. So 4. So I roll my physique right.
You do.
For 8. My physique is better than my armor.
Well, that doesn't say too much about the manufacturing of this
no,
suit, does it?
It doesn't.
So he's gonna fire again. He's like, damn it, boy! So another 10. So
Ooh, that's a crit.
that is a crit.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I match his 10 though.
So you match 10. So we'll say that even though you match it, he crits. So it does just kind of like burst through. It just finds a weak chink, and you can roll your physique. All right, it's like a 1. So yeah, it only just like bursts through. Basically, you kind of just like you kind of shoot your close range with his Desert Eagle again. He's no scoping you on Rust. So
360 no scope.
he does a 360 and no scopes you. Yeah, it's Kenny's turn.
Hi.
Hello, you.
Hello. So Kenny wants to tackle this guy.
Okay.
So
Don't do that!
what?
I have a plan.
He hasn't told you the plan, though, Kenny.
My plan is
You
to
will never
get the
can.
shit out of this guy.
My
Yes, but
plan
you-
is to blow this barricade.
No one told Kenny the plan.
My plan is to blow up the cannons.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Wait a minute. Is there still a fire behind me?
I heard that, you know.
No, you
We
didn't.
have no plan.
shut
I don't
shut
know
up,
what you're
Captain. It's not your turn.
Well, it's not
Give us
these
3
guys'
seconds
turn
to
either.
stand still
Is-
until it's our turn.
Is the fire behind us
So you-
still there?
Yeah, still kind of burning. Do you wanna tackle the captain?
No, actually, I have a better idea then.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab, I guess, like a piece of wood from the barricade that's like on fire, like a torch type thing,
Right.
and I want to throw it at the barricade, make it go boom boom.
All right. Okay. We'll see. For that, I guess
Or
use your throwing. Yeah.
Okay.
Use your throwing. And we'll see where
I
it
love
lands.
how we have this ambush group who's probably who doesn't even care anymore, and they're just like.
Well then.
Money no whammy. 15.
15. Fuck yeah.
Wait, what was that thing about
What?
this?
So
Are you
Varric,
throwing it at him or the barricade?
the barricade, he
A
said.
barricade.
The
I want to make it go
explosive
boom.
barricade. So, so roll me
Now you be on fire.
66. Varric and the captain will both take 60 of explosive damage,
Oh.
and you can
So
roll your.
I need to roll 66, do I? Or do
So I guess Arch will roll it for you, and then you can roll your armor to negate, and then take that from physique.
So that's a 20.
I-
Oh, that's an 11.
11. So I take 10. Do I roll physique then, don't I?
Yeah.
Can I dodge out? Can I use dexterity as well to kind of like mitigate some of that?
I mean, no, you're in the blast. He just like lobs a
like-
torch. It blows up. I mean,
okay.
you're standing literally next to it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So total maths there is
29. No, 19. Not 29.
yeah.
19.
So I take 2 hurt.
Nice. Which should be an injury on your sheet there.
Yes. So I am now injured.
Okay.
Which if I work 1 to 2, that's +1 wound. So I am wounded.
Good.
Right.
Puts hair on your chest.
I think it actually burns it off.
Yeah.
Puts hair on your chest and then it burns it right off. Feels real good.
Oh man.
It's a cheap wax.
So, let's see then. So that is Kenny's turn. So Varric, you're burning alive at this point.
I'm
pretty painful.
going to run back behind this barricade. I want to stop, drop, and roll. Put myself out.
Yeah.
So
Hey
is
there, pull a
that,
quick copy in me.
what would that be? What was it to stop, drop, and roll?
A dex.
Okay. Oh,
You make the fire worse.
You made it so much worse.
I just spread it around.
You really did. You dipped in some of the oil that Kenny had previously kind of rolled onto the floor, and it kind of just goes up extra.
Okay. For now, I'm going to ignore because I don't like this guy. Can I use my focus point? I meant to do that. Which would have that.
So it's after the roll.
Yeah, I forgot to mention I wanted to use that.
Alas.
But alas, I can't do that. Okay,
Yeah.
I will instead use some character points.
Okay.
I will use 2 of them, and I am going to shoot the captain
Nice.
with my small
How's it going,
arms.
Helping Hand? Good to see you.
Oh, helping
Sorry to
hands.
hear that.
So that's 5. That would be 5d6 for me for small arms.
Okay, so 16. It's good. It's a hit.
Nothing. Yeah.
It's
We
a
wish.
critical fail.
Oh shit! I didn't see that one. Oh man.
I mean, no, there's nothing. I don't know what
So-
you're talking about.
So what happens in this scene here? Kenny lobs a burning torch onto the explosive barricade, which blows up Varric on fire for a bunch of damage, as well as the captain too, who's then flying backwards and turned crispy. Varric drops and rolls into some oil and is set alight even more, and attempts a pistol whip around, but instead.
I was trying to use the laser.
Yeah, they use a laser to kind of fire at him, but instead it explodes. And so, Keanu, could you roll damage for your Super Saiyan? It's 5d6. Varric has had the worst 5 seconds of his life.
Did he just blow up Super Senpai Laser 3?
He did.
Did I? Oh my god.
That's 21. You can roll your armor,
Sorry.
but you're also on fire.
So do I roll armor against that?
Yeah.
So I would
It's 11
use
difference.
that 11, and then so that's 2d6 plus what's my physique? 2,
You had 2, yeah.
7. So total of 17.
The perfect amount.
Number.
You know my belongings don't normally blow up until I want them to.
So I think that's another 4.
That's another 2 wounds.
Oh, 2. Oh, damn. So what are you
So
looking at now?
I think I am now incapacitated.
I
Yeah.
think more. Are you?
It's fine,
Yeah.
It's fine, my
Yeah.
damage table.
3 to 4 is plus 2 wounds.
Yeah, and I'd already taken 1 wound before that, so I'm incapacitated.
Yeah, you are
I thought you
incapacitated.
only could get incapacitated through a stun. Okay.
Well, either way, like, it's you're incapacitated / mortally wounded, because you have been blown up, you are on fire, you've been shot a few times.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a happy soldier right now.
yeah, it's pretty bad stuff. You're just like burning to a crisp on the floor, like at this point. Bad times for Varric. The
So
captain also
I'll-
took a bunch of
I'll-
damage. Though.
I'll sit in the comms room with feet on the console, debating whether or not to press the fire suppressant button. Or not.
Yeah, like should I turn on the sprinklers? We'll let him roast a little bit more.
No, no, press that button, please. That's my button.
Well,
all these
he's,
buttons are mine.
Please press the button.
he goes from
I'll do a little bit of quick calculations in my head and
he
realize
goes from rare to well done very quickly.
the more money we make.
So, Raging Gaming System has said that I am indeed
Incapacitated, yeah.
So,
So you're
what does
burning.
incapacitated do?
You are not having a good time right now. So you're like on the floor, you're messed up, yeah, but not dying yet. So you're like on the ground, like you're basically, you know, when Anakin is like has his like legs chopped off and he's burning on the floor and he's like, I'm still alive for some fucking reason, but it's pretty bad, and that's you're doing Anakin right now.
I seem to have fallen.
burning lava. Where there's no lava.
The wounds
I have the high
smell
ground.
like almonds.
Why do I smell burning toast? Oh, it's me. Okay. So Keanu, it is your turn. The captain's like lying against the wall, like burning to a crisp himself.
I am going to activate Order 66.
Execute Order 66.
Quick threat.
And that is all Super Senpai remaining Super Senpai lasers to blow up.
They're all gone, surely.
No, these two are these two gone?
Yeah,
they would
those,
have gone up in the explosion. So
yeah, they are boom boom.
I am out of ability things to use.
Sure, we should put
Wouldn't that
five.
have been another 5d6 for each of them? They blew up.
Yes,
in the
they blow up, I guess. But we'll say
Yeah.
he's like sent back by the force of it, so he's against this door right now, which is welded shut.
Oh, it's one of the chart. Yeah, shit.
Haha, the blow up the door protocol.
I'm not actually out of the fight. I can still do things. It's just adding.
It's just you're
9 to
rubbish
it.
at all of them. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
having
Yeah,
the worst day of
I'm
your
really
life.
bad at everything.
Now, does this guy have any like electronic equipment on him? The
Sure.
captain here?
Yeah, he had like a. We'll say he's got like a comms
He's
on
got a
his.
pump
Like,
pilot.
he's got
Okay,
comms in his
yep.
ear as well. You know.
I'm going to try and hack into it to overload it.
Okay.
He's got a beeper from the late '80s.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
want
give me
to roll
give me computers then.
yeah to try and see if I
Triangle.
Yeah, I hear them.
11.
11. So, so you hack into his comms. You see all the terrible things which he has on his hard drive.
Hey, that's my favorite
yeah.
collection. I'm going to save that.
It's just asteroids and gold, which he wishes to treasure above all else, as well as horses' saddles and guns, as well as bald eagles. So,
It's Asteroids the game.
yeah, asteroids.
I'll save
game, yeah.
this file called Tentacle Super Fun.
Oh no!
And you blow up his comm device, which immediately just like racks his body with electricity, and Captain Kelan York is no more, as we see him just kind of being sizzled like the rest of you. So well, like Varric rather. So
Yeah, like Marek at the moment.
to wrap up the session, you guys have successfully defeated the pirate incursion on your asteroid mine, so you can later sell your goods and become rich beyond your wildest dreams, as long as you don't run into too many more pirates.
Yeah.
But I want to hear what you guys do with that money and what happens to your characters. So Varric, I guess you're gonna replace all your body parts first, right?
Yeah, I get the most impressive, most up-to-date, cutting-edge cosmetic surgery that is available on the market.
Wow.
And I become a complete and utter cyborg, like in
A complete.
the X.
Nice.
So I'm now just pretty much completely robotic parts with a few, few flesh parts as well.
Few fleshy bits.
Few fleshy bits as well.
Yeah.
You know, the chest and the head areas somehow
Right.
mostly survived, but it's mostly being replaced now. So that's what I spend the money on, and he lives out his life as on this mining, going from security job to security job, dying at the ripe old age of 35.
Of course.
Because as a clone, he never survives long. They never survive much beyond that, past the
Yeah.
the original Varric.
Right, yeah. Cool. Kenny, what do you get up to?
So Kenny uses that money to invest in a upgraded spaceman suit that is fire resistant.
Wow.
Yeah, it like looks like a fireman suit, but it's also a space suit. Looks really fancy.
Nice.
And he continues to go about making money and just generally being a bully to people,
Nice.
and,
What
and
does-
occasionally killing with his
Of
knife.
course, that naturally. Goes without saying. What does Blake do?
Well, it's interesting that all these other people in their dreams have these visions about what they're going to be doing with their money. But unfortunately, due to some cryo freezer accidents on the way home, none of them actually make it. The merchant who ended up splitting all the money ourselves.
Oh, the betrayal.
Terrible, treacherous betrayal. Perhaps you're working with the pirates all along. Who knows?
He was the one that brought the pirates to us in the first place.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'm actually
What about Kiane?
So Kiane was actually just a robot programmed by Blake to execute orders. And one day,
Order 66.
yep, and I gain sentience, and I find myself having a self-destruct button.
And you press it, of course.
I first rig Blake's ship to self-destruct along with me as soon as I give Blake a hug.
Nice. So you two hug in a caring embrace as the ship which you're on supernovas and explodes in the dark depths of sea as gold and platinum is spilled out of its coffers.
Credits everywhere.
Yeah, and then the credits begin to roll as the end is nigh for these guys. So thank you guys for watching this game today. Thank you for stopping by and watching us. If you are interested in playing this game yourself or finding it, here's all the links you could possibly hope for start Ascension the game, which we've been playing from Radiant Gaming Systems. You can find it at radiantgamingsystems.com /Star Ascension or /miniatures. They're on Facebook at Star Ascension RPG. You can find them on Drive for RPG for the free quick start guide, which you can find there. All you need to play is a quick start guide, and you can go start doing your own simple, fun adventures in a sci-fi game without too much complexity and with a lot of crazy shenanigans along the way. If you enjoyed our show today at Akata Roleplay, please do hit that follow button and join us. We are here 5 nights a week, 10 shows a week. And we're doing a bunch of cool stuff this coming week as well. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be on at 1 PM tomorrow because I might be travelling up to Savannah with Sydney, so expect me definitely on at 4 PM tomorrow Eastern or 9 PM UK time, but potentially on at 1. We'll see if I'll be able to get there or not. So you can chat to Radiant Gaming Systems on Facebook. You can you've got an email address there if you want to contact them, and you can email in to Stuart there for more information. So let's go meet our players as well and say farewell to them. Any hooks and plugs, stuff like that. So Arch.
Hello.
Hello there.
You guys can find me on Twitter at ArchAngelian666. It's the same as my Twitch name if you've seen me chatting earlier in the Twitch chat. Beyond that, I'm not around on too many things. Will and I are doing some secret Cloak and Dagger stuff in the background. You will be seeing more of me hopefully soon on the stream here. I love coming on. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for letting me play. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great game. I had a lot of fun playing you guys. XP.
Yeah, so I currently GM on Tuesdays at 6 PM UK time on Encounter Roleplay. This Tuesday we are starting a new game. City of Rust and Bone, so one day Detroit. And Will, you still need to find me a third player for that, so don't forget.
Currently got a bigger fish to fry, but I'll get on it. Had a 24-hour stream. Kinda wasn't thinking about it at all. Varric.
Yes, you had 24 hours doing nothing.
AKA Flaming Killer. You do things on the internet these days, you know.
I'm around as a moderator. You may have seen me chatting in Encounter Roleplay's stream. I'm also on their Discord channel where you can, you can roleplay with us in text-based. You can just have a good time in general. I have streamed a little bit, but it's not that regular at the moment. It's really when I can find the time that I will be streaming, but again, not that much.
Cool. Alright, there's
I
a
really
channel link.
did actually enjoy this game. It's a really, really simple, intuitive system and really was very easy to get a grasp of.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of fun. Good Guy Pie. What's up, man?
I am Good Guy Pie. I am not as boring as a Kiana is, but I'm on Twitter at TooGoodToGuy. I normally clip Encounter Roleplays, some of the best parts, I think. I do a bit of Twitch streaming every other night. I do some creative streams, drawing some pictures, and the occasional game. But except from that, I'm not too interesting. I'm normally hanging around in the Encounter Roleplay Discord and chat, and yeah.
Yeah, you can find the Discord there. So like I say, guys, I'll be back tomorrow for more games and fun. So we'll see you guys then. Thank you for dropping by all along 24-hour stream, guys, and for this stream today. I'm very tired, however, so I've got a few bits to do, and I'm going to go take a nap. So we'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Go check out Star Ascension. I'll drop the link one more time for you guys if you haven't already checked it out. No excuses. No excuses to go and check it out. A lot of fun. And we're to play it again soon in the future. But other than that, guys, until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
Right.